This is it, guys. This is it. We're live, and we're trying to hit some big goals right now. We have about 24 hours left to get to 100 founding members to basically fill the original 100. Um, the goal is 25 members in 24 hours. Me helping and giving spots to my new launched private community. And yeah, we have 75 members, and this is it. Let's see if we could do the big goal, big goal. Exclusive 25 slots in 24 hours, where I help provide you guys with all the things that I've learned the last 3 years, $100,000 worth of resources, access to all my coaches, and I'm excited. What's up, Thanos? Also, I'm a huge Marvel fan. What is up? Dude, Doctor Doom is going to go crazy. Where's everyone tuning in from? Drop down below. Where are we at? I'm in California. Where's everyone else? Thanos, where are you at? Brownsville, Texas. Love it, man. I'm heading to Texas, I think in October, to train with some coaches. And so I've never been. It's like the one big place that's been on my bucket list. So, we'll see how it pans out. Yeah, how do you like it? Is it worth going? Is the golf good? Crypto winner. By your name, I feel like you're in a cold area. Is that right? Where are you at, crypto winner? It's great in South Texas. Is Brownsville in South Texas? I don't know. I know I'm really bad with geography. I don't even know where I am in California. Where am I going? Maybe. I don't even know. Austin, maybe. Dallas. Those two places. Am I a scratch golfer net yet? No, not yet. Hopefully soon, but it's a grind. It's a grind. It's a grind. It's a grind. But I'm hoping to share a lot of the things that I've learned on these live calls now, and all of the things that my coaches teach me off camera on these live calls. So hopefully you guys get some value. Where else is people from? We see Texas. Where are you at from Crypto Winter? Where are you at? Lotus, where are you at? Seattle. Oh man, I maybe have I been there once? Maybe I heard great things about it. New York, yeah, man. New York is my favorite place in the world. Moved from New York City to here in LA purely because it was too cold and I couldn't play golf. You need to play Chambers Bay. Where is Chambers Bay? Has the one too much for an old Aussie 70-year-old? All the best. Horseshoe Bay, close to Tacoma, for sure, for sure. Nice. Austin has great courses. Horseshoe Bay Golfing has the $1 million hole. What is a $1 million hole? Who else is out here? I think it's early in the morning. I don't even. What time is it for everyone? Oh. Hey, we got some Los Angeles near Brookside golf. Let's go, T-Bone. Brookside was. I don't know if you've watched the channel, but that's where I kind of started playing golf when I moved to LA. Oh, dang, that's crazy. New Jersey, what's up, Matt? My best friend's from Jersey. Do you know where's that bar? Let me look it up. What's it called? Famous New Jersey bar. Uh They filmed the hold on. Let's see. New Jersey. It's like on the shore. I forgot what it's called. North Shore. I think it's North Shore. It's DJs. DJs. You been to DJs? Kathirna? Kathirna? What's up, Kathirna? You got to go to DJs. My best friend's uncle owns it, but a lot of people from Jersey Shore used to go there. Awesome. So I want to use these lives to really help people with golf. Let's get a bunch of like hand emojis. If anyone's struggling with their golf game right now, like let's drop some emojis. Maybe sad emojis. We've been doing that the last couple days. Sad emojis. Or is everyone just striping it crazy? Is everyone just insanely locked in? Good luck at the tee time. Oh, okay. Am I pronouncing is I mean, I don't even know this. What do you Kathir, Katarina? Is it Katarina? I think it's Katarina. Katarina. What are you working on right now? What's how can I help you? What if you had a magic wand, what would be fixed in the next month? Crypto winner struggling to hang on to a 9 handicap. Why crypto winner? I'm talking to you guys specifically. I would love to know. I would love to help you guys out right now in these lives. And also, if you're new coming in, drop how many years have you guys been playing golf? Katarina, crypto winner, still interested in your exact problems that I can help with. But everyone else, if you guys don't have the exact problems, we just want to know how long you guys been playing golf for. Drop a number. Putting, man. Okay, okay. Lag putting. What? Look, I can do some putting demonstrations. Give you some putting drills. I give some direction there. It always seems like I always draw my shots with my irons. Hey, man, I hit draws. That doesn't sound that bad. Trouble on my alignment, like aim. Is that it? Mm. I also don't know the rules. Even when I'm aiming at it's way right. Even when I'm aiming way right. Are you trying to not hit a draw? Like what's the problem here? More of you're hooking it. Oh, okay. We could kind of talk about hooks. I mean, there's a lot of things that could help you, and I think I can give you some tips on why you're probably doing that. But let's see some other problems real quick. Way more consistent with my shorter irons than my long irons. Trying to hit work on that. Been playing 2 years. Hey, Matt, that is an amazing time. 2 year mark. I just remember that time. It was like inflection. You could either go down an area where you learn a lot of bad habits, or you start like ramping up good because you haven't ingrained too many bad habits because you're relatively new still. I've been playing 8 months. Awesome, awesome, guys. All right, let's kind of go down some problems that I would love to help you guys with. Like, do you guys know why do you, I guess, does anyone here like lost in how to solve their problem, or do you guys know the problem, you know the solution, you just need to grind it out? Is it, if it's the first one where you've been grinding, you don't know how to fix it, and you're lost really bad, struggling, maybe you're bouncing around swing tips from online and it's getting nowhere, drop in one. If it's two, meaning like you know the problem, you know the solution, you just need to grind it out, where are you guys at? One or two? Drop in the chat. Crypto, I'm gonna help you. I'm gonna fix your putting today. So let's okay, gotcha. Got it. Okay. Crypto, what about you? Are you on the one side or the two side? Do you know why you're doing things and you just need to grind it out? Is number two. One is you have no idea what to do and you need help. Anyone having trouble in alignment? I always draw shots with my irons. Okay, one. Okay, let's do this. Let me go. I want to speak to you three specifically, and I want to solve your problems today if I can. And also, I do. Yeah, let's go one by one. Crypto winner, and then don't worry, it'll almost be 2 years in a few months. I'm working on my rotation. I noticed there were different ways to rotate. There are different ways to rotate, and there are also wrong ways to rotate, Katarina. And if you're also in this group of ones, I hope to solve your problems as well today, or at least help a little bit. And I'm going to be specifically talking to you guys, very specific. So let's. I think all of the things that you guys are working on could possibly help each other. So let's do it. Crypto winner. I'm going to look at. Would you say that you are? Do you know? Do you do putts with the connected putting stroke, or are you using more of your hands? And then is your problem lag putting, or missing 3-footers, or kind of all over? I'm going to grab a putter. And then Matt and Manuel and Katarina, maybe like try to be more specific on like what is the miss and why you think is things are going wrong, and then kind of chime in a little bit. More of a hook. I've been playing 8 months. Yo, what's up, man? 12. It's Mr. JT. Dude, thanks so much, man. I'm glad you've been loving the videos. We're deep diving right now with some of the subscribers, and hopefully I can help you guys games and what's this called? If you have a specific problem, 12, I'm speaking to you directly. Let me know down below, and we're going to get through them together today. Ray Johnaldo, you have a basketball background. Did your jump shot help with pressurized? So the biggest thing around power and distance, the highest correlation is vertical jump. And yeah, my basketball background helps me for sure. I had a 40-inch vertical, so it helps me hit my drives really far. The speed and hitting the ball middle of the putter. I tend to rush. Okay, cool. Crypto winner, I'm going to give you a tip right now. This is what helped me be good with speed control and hitting the middle of the face of the putter. Since you've been not playing a lot, so a lot of people who learned putting as a kid, they have all the time in the world to like get acquainted with feels with their wrists and everything. And so a lot of people kind of use like, they're more of a handsy type of putter. Everything I tell you guys now, like as an adult amateur who learned golf, the things that I learned and assess that are good are mainly the things that I believe is the highest probability of success for adult amateurs. So what I tell you today is my preference, and what helped me a lot with putting was creating a connected putting stroke, which means I'm hitting with my body versus my hands, basically utilizing my large muscles versus my very fine motor skill muscles, so that there's less, basically less probability of not success. So I'm just going to teach you what a connected putting stroke is. Basically, if you have your putter like this, you just face it toward the camera, and then you just bring it in to your chest like this, and then you kind of bend down from the waist, and then you go down like this. And so right now, my putting stroke is kind of like that. And then you should be able to feel like you're hitting this with your body versus a lot of people hit with their hands and wrists and everything. If you do that, crypto winner, you will be able to feel what like 5 feet is, 10 feet is a little bit more consistently because you're using your larger muscles. There's not a lot of variable to change. And then you'll be able to kind of do that. And then in regards to like practicing, I would, not seeing your putting stroke, not knowing anything generalized, like practice lag putts past 30 feet. Don't waste your time, especially at this moment, like with 12, 15 feet, 20 feet, like you're probably going to two putt that anyways, like 30, 40 feet lag putts, and then do a circle drill, which is like 3 feet all around. You could literally grab the end of your putter, put it in the hole, and generally most putters will be 3 feet, and you just go in a circle and put tees all around, and then try to get 10 in a row. That will help with your short putts and pressurized putts and then lag putting. And with a connected putting stroke, I think it will help a lot. But guys, like I said, I want to help you guys a lot here. And the goal in the next 24 hours is, as well as I created a private community that I haven't launched yet. It's the next video is going to be hard launching, and I'm secretly launching it to these smaller lives that I didn't even really announce that I'm doing. And it's linked below. And there's 75 people, and we're trying to get the original 100 founding members. So we need 25 new members, and it will be the lowest rate possible. And basically, like this, I give you personalized coaching every single day. And if you watched any of my videos, like with the world's top golf coaches, I bring them into the clubhouse, which is what the school community is called. And you guys get live mentorship from them. As well as I created this, I think this is like the most impactful thing I'll ever bring to the community and golf community in the world, hopefully, is the last 3 years I've been grinding, as you guys know, and hopefully know. And I spent over $100,000 of my life savings into golf improvement. And now I'm like taking only the essentials and building if I could do it all over again and get to the same levels I'm at now in 6 months, what does that look like? And it's in the school community. So would love for you guys, if you guys want to grind alongside me, if you want to get personal help every single day, we're trying to get the original 100, the founding members, and we need 25 more. And that's the goal, the next 24 hours. So yeah, Crypto Winner, if that's something you're interested in, I'm talking to you, man. I could not only dial in your putting, I could help you throughout your entire game. So hopefully anyone who's been watching here, man, just definitely check out the link that's pinned. It would be so amazing to have you guys in there. And I'm putting my heart and soul into it. Okay, cool. Manual. I feel that I'm opening my left shoulder too soon upon impact. Yeah, that could definitely be the reason you're hooking it. So let me get my club. And so right now, like I said, the things that I'm basically saying is generalized because I haven't seen your swings. So like I said, that's kind of why I also created this private community, so that you can always drop your swings, unlimited swing reviews, and we all kind of look at it and help your guys' games. But yeah, I mean, hooking could be because you basically open this super fast and then your path becomes left, close face, goes there. If you believe that, then I would, all the students I have and the way my coach teaches, basically, like, in order to kind of avoid that, you kind of just need a more fundamentally sound backswing. So if you're like this and you get to the top and you have a little pressure left, rather than hyper rotating your chest here, feel like your back is to the target more for longer. And that's what Rory's feel is. He feels like the back is to the target longer throughout the swing, and you need to over exaggerate it. So my not even preference, but my ideology around the golf swing is that everything's on a spectrum. And so if you are opening your chest too fast, I need you to feel the complete opposite, even if it feels horrible. And I need you to basically feel like you're not even opening your chest at all, because on camera, what you're going to see is you're going to end up in the middle. And so I would, like I said, Manuel, I haven't seen your swing. I'm trying to give like things that could possibly be happening. And if that is the case, if you are actually opening your chest too fast, I would lean toward getting the feel that Rory has, which is back to the target more and then swinging through. That should actually make your chest open at the right time. So hopefully that helps. Manuel too, man. I'm speaking to you. If you are in need of actually help, like specific help, I would love to see your swing. Love for you to be part of the community, and definitely check out that pinned comment as well. We could definitely dial you in. There's like 3 other members right now working on a hook. You got it, man. You got it. Let's get after it. If you have any other questions, definitely drop in the comments. Okay, Matt. Great name, Matt. My brother's name is Matt. With short irons, I feel much more in control of my low point. Yeah, that makes sense. Yep, of course. With long irons, my 3 higher, I chunk slice it more often. Yeah, so I mean, that's going to happen with pretty much everybody. And People don't really realize they have mistakes until they start hitting the longer clubs because your tendencies go out more with longer irons because you rush it the quote unquote distance to finish your backswing and um, downswing is longer, so there's a lot more time to make mistakes, and people can get um, yeah. So that makes sense. In regards to chunking and well, Jerome, between earlier when you logged off and now, dude, I woke up at 4 a.m. and I went to the gym and I wanted to start grinding, so I'm on live right now. 7798. All right, back Matt, real quick. So you chunk and slice it more often. So basically, what I want, like, again, this is Matt. I'm giving you generalized advice. I would love to see your swing as well. I would love to personally coach you every single day. But until then, I'm going to give you some high level advice that I believe that could help right now with long irons. Um, and actually, if you do this with long irons, it'll help with your short irons and it'll help with everything. So if you're chunking and slicing it more often, then that, for me, that sounds like a contact issue as well as a path issue. So I would do two things. And actually, this is killing two birds with one stone, which might be, honestly, this might just save your entire game right here, right now. But when you're chunking and slicing it, it's probably because your path is too far left. And the majority of amateurs they do that because what they do in the backswing is they get to the top and then they stay on the right foot and then they start swinging from here, which then causes your path to go left. And also, if you don't hit the ball, you're going to chunk it because all your weight's in your right foot. And so what I want you to do is I want you to feel like your pressure is more left. You need to exaggerate it to the most. Like, this is like one of the most biggest this is probably one of the biggest fundamentals in golf, which is contact, impact position, and everything is done. Everything is achieved well if you're on your lead foot to do that. And so I want you to just feel like you have, this is a drill. First, I want you to feel like all your weight's on your lead foot. Drop this and then hit shots from here. That will allow you to feel what impact and contact feels like on your lead foot. And then another thing that I want you to do is a setup. And this is probably going to also help you get rid of the slice and get good contact, is I want you to have a hip bump to your left side. 70% pressure left, 30% here. Because what happens when you do that, and also do this, when you do a hip bump, don't open or close. If you have this, it's just in the same line. When you do this, right, I'm just going to do something egregious. Don't do this, but like if you had like 110%, right, whatever, it's like this. The path of this club is coming from the inside purely by your setup. Whereas if you're like this is a slice, this is a draw. And if you do this at setup and do that drill, do that with your long irons, I can guarantee you'll start improving contact, but also get rid of the slice. So, Matt, hopefully that helps. And like I said, I don't know, I haven't seen your swing, but honestly, I think 5 members right now are working on that. And so, if you're also interested, I would love to literally specifically train you around that stuff. If you're interested, check out the clubhouse in that link. Be part of the original 100 members before we hard launch it in the next video. Yes, sir. Hopefully it does well, Matt. Cool. Mo, hey, what's up, man? Thanks so much. Hey, golfing at the beginning of this year is exciting. Like, that's you're at the stage where you don't have any bad habits yet or ingrained any. So you are in what's this called? A sweet spot. Hopefully that you get some right instruction. Hopefully I can provide you the right instruction. Apart from videos, but like similar to everyone, there's a bunch of beginners who just joined the clubhouse, and I think you'd be a perfect person to join. But if there's any problems you're dealing with right now that you need help with, I'm on live right now to help out. So, Katerina, if I execute my rotation correctly, my contact is really great with no effort. When I rotate incorrectly, my ball goes to the right or I cast. I'm looking for reference points to always rotate well. Yeah, so Rotation, I think, is kind of it's tough because rotate people can rotate different ways. You've seen like what's his name? The guy who does hyper rotation, Wookie Neiman. Like he rotates literally like insanely, but he has to um, pair it with a massive side bend, right? He's rotating like crazy like this, but he has a side bend to line it up. And so, Katerina, like I would need to see your swing to properly give you the proper rotation for your body. But for generalized advice, the way that the majority of people that I believe should be doing rotation is really more just like going up and down using kind of ground force. And that's done by like when you get to the top of the backswing, having a little pressure to the left. Once you have pressure left into the lead foot, you're naturally going to start going down, and then you got to go around it up. So it's like this versus like Joaquin Neiman's very much like this and side bending. Like Rory goes this and like that. That's how I advise rotation. It's more of like a horizontal shift, vertical push up, and then kind of it naturally releases the club. And so I would love to see your swing, Katerina. I feel like seems like you know like certain specifics already about your golf swing. So I feel like it could be things that we could easily solve if I could see your swing. Hopefully that helps though. Let me know if you have any questions. How much can you bench? It looks like 3 plates easily. Nah, man, I'm weakling. I'm a weakling. Yeah, man, I'm back, man. I'm back. Timmy O'Toole. The swing's feeling good. I'm working on some new things right now, but I'm hitting it far, and I'm hitting I'm hitting my driver straight and far. So I got to figure out the other stuff, but I think it's good. What are your thoughts on the Justin Rose drill, keeping back to target and dropping your hands on the downswing? Yeah, Matt. So everything Silent Night, I got a very specific note about that. So Matt, if you check out the link, there's 3 tiers. And all those tiers are going to be the lowest it'll ever be forever. And you'll lock in your rate if you in the next couple of 24 hours. But those prices are going to increase after we do the hard launch, and it's going to be the next video, because the next video I think is going to be one of my best videos. Hopefully, we put like 200 hours into it, and then once we release our videos, like hundreds of thousands of people start watching, and so that's why I'm going on these lives when there's like 19 people online to share this, and like I just want like a core 100 people that super dedicated people really want to be part of a community. And so I'm kind of giving them the very, very lowest price I'll ever be as kind of a courtesy for joining me early before we launch this and all mayhem goes loose and we have to increase prices, because I want to be super, like I said, the whole thing about the school community, guys, and the clubhouse is I want to provide as much help to you guys as possible. And I'm in there every single day, custom videos. I comment every single day. I message everyone every single day, and I want to be able to give that attention and detail all the time. And so I think I'm 100% can do that for the first 100 and so forth. And so we'll have to increase prices so that it doesn't get so crazy. I can never do that. So hopefully that answers your question, Matt. Hi, really hope to see you there. I think your question was great, and I think I could really help out, and my coaches and the rest of the community. But yeah, any of the tiers. But if you're really interested in the 6-month plan, as well as like getting access to all the coaches on my channel, the premium or VIP tier. If you really want to grind, like some people alongside me, the VIP tier is like, so people have come through. So hopefully that answers the question. But yeah, let me know if you have any others, Matt. Silent Night, what are your thoughts on Just Rolled? Okay, so I think this is the problem. And this is, funny enough, this is also another reason why I created this community, this private community called the Clubhouse down below, because there's so many different swing tips and feelings from different people, but everyone in the world, every golfer is different. And I think a lot of people get stuck at the same handicap and not really progress because they see Justin Rose doing a drill and it's like, oh, because Justin Rose did this, I need to do this. And I think that's the reason why people suck at golf, because no, you shouldn't. You're not Justin Rose. And I would say like you wouldn't give this drill to somebody who is overdrawing, for example. Like that would make him draw it even more. I don't do this because yeah, then I would like snap hook or everything. So it really depends on the matchups, your grip, like what your tendencies are. And yeah, maybe the dropping the hands on the backswing back to the target is good for your people who are slicing it, but yeah, like I wouldn't give it to someone overdrawing. Hopefully that answers your question, Sound Knight. Katarina, of course, of course. I'm just happy it helps. Hopefully, oh yeah, like I said, Katarina. Speaking of you, hopefully you also check out the clubhouse. I think you get so much value from it. You ask great questions. Um, T-Bone, 81,000. I push my mid and long irons right, not a fader slice. Okay, so you're just pushing him. Okay. Um, if you're pushing him, then you're just not closing the fade. I mean, it depends on the path. So you're probably, it's either your path is too inside and your face is square to the path, or yeah, mainly that, or it's a little open. But I would look at how much you're hitting right and your face. Those are the two main things that would kind of dictate your pushes. I would love to see your swing, T-Bone, if you're ever interested as well. But we could get you dialed. But I would look at those just from a general standpoint. Bello Shapik Auto. I started watching videos the past month. I started playing last July. Heyo, I shot a 40 at my local 34-9 hole course. Let's go. Of course, of course. I'm so glad that they help you. I think you're also in a very, very exciting time being like relatively new to the game. Hopefully you don't ingrain any bad habits and you become like really good at this game. If you need help with that, definitely check my new community down below. Hey, 12. Yeah. Yeah, man. Maybe one day we'll see. We'll see. Thinking back on your journey, where would you recommend new golfer focus to improve as quickly as possible? I would say, funny enough, John, that's literally what I just distilled in this private community. I created a 6-month course. If you guys don't know, my journey is like I started golf from never playing and shot in the 70s after 814 days, but you know who's counting? And like last couple of months, I was kind of assessing what would I do differently as a beginner if I had to start golf all over again. And then I realized like I think I could do the same thing and get to the same level I am right now in 6 months. And so I basically created the step-by-step process and guide to do that in this new private community. But if you're interested in that, John, I'm speaking to you. If you're really, really interested in that, check out the clubhouse down below in the link, tagged link or pinned link. But if I can go back, I think the biggest things would be simplify the golf swing. And usually that's done, in my perspective, in the backswing, and then focus on contact over everything. And there's contact drills that I could help with, but those two top mind. Mo, awesome, man, dude. Yeah, if you're a beginner, and oh my god, I would love to see you in the community, man. I'm super excited. I mean, there's like a bunch of beginners right now, and the great thing about beginners is like we can mold you guys to not have bad habits and not lose hundreds of hours bouncing around swing thoughts and tips from YouTube and Instagram. And then it becomes like you could fast track your entire progression. The craziest statistic I think people say is like only 25% ever break 90. And if you guys watch my journey, I broke 90 in 3 months. And I think I may be the worst golfer of all time. Like if you guys saw day 4, I don't know who's the OGs. If anyone's the OG here, throw like you see day 1, day 2 videos, throw like the hand sign up or emoji. But basically, I was probably the worst golfer of all time. I shot 30 over in a par 3 course on the front 9. And then 3 months later, I broke 90. And so it wasn't because I was naturally gifted. It's just like my coaches and I, we stay away from like all the swing tips you guys see on Instagram and everything. And that's why I post all my like raw lessons, like front to back on YouTube, because that's how like we progress. And there, we have like a crystallized plan that we know. Like I know exactly how I'm going to get the scratch, and that's what I'm trying to bring to all you guys. Whether you're starting, you need to break 190. Like it should be very crystal clear, like what you should be doing next at the practice range on the course every day. And so if that's something of interest, or if anyone here is anyone struggling with like anyone in the comments section right now, is just like, I'm going to go to this range and I just don't know what I'm going to do today. Like if that's you, drop a sad emoji, and you're honestly a perfect candidate. And hopefully you become a member. Be part of the original 100. The goal is 25 founding more members in 24 hours. And yeah, Mo, if you're going to be one of them, I'm super excited. Hot Nerfy. Awesome, man. Thank you so much. And the videos coming up, I'm going to give you a sneak peek. Um, and this is why I'm doing these lives now, because there's 19 people on this call, which I love. Like our videos are getting like, man, we're almost going to cross 200,000, and the videos are getting millions and millions of views. But I love these more intimate sessions. That's why I created the private community, because grinding with like 70 people is so much more is cool. But a lot of cool stuff coming up is I just talked to Scotty Scheffler's conditioning and fitness coach. I'm talking to Wyndham Clark's coach. I'm going to be flying out to Texas, Jupiter, Florida, all that stuff. So keep it on the DL, guys. Like a lot of crazy content's going to come out. That's not even like, yeah, not even going to be released in like months. So JSPT 300, love them, and they make sense. Learning and fine tuning my swing. Thanks. Yes, sir. Hopefully I can keep helping you as well. Jordan, have you considered playing traditional blades such as Titleist 620 MBs? No, right now I'm not really tinkering with new equipment yet. I kind of want to fine tune some things before I go down that route. But I've hit blades before. I don't know. I don't know if I'll ever need them. I don't know if my swing speed, I mean, my swing speed is fast, but I'm wondering if it's fast enough. I don't really know. I think maybe like next year I'll upgrade again or change my clubs again. But I have not. I have not. Wes Gill, bro, I've seen more improvement in my game since your videos dropped than any other lesson. Hey man, hey Wes, I'm speaking to you right now. If you got your earphones on, if that is the case, I can guarantee you your game is going to drop even crazier levels or improve in my private community. It's going to 10x it. This is like my goal. Those videos are like not specialized to you guys. It's usually specialized to me. And so there's maybe details that I not super applicable, but if it like I love to hear that, then that's like music to my ears. But man, I could dial in your game. And my coaches also are in that private community. So they would give you direct feedback in the community. So if you ever watch any of those videos that I have with my coaches, just imagine that was you instead of me. That's what the community is, which I think is awesome. I just want to give I've been thinking about this recently. Obviously, my biggest goal is to get the scratch, but my next biggest goal is, I think, just way bigger than me, is just to improve everyone out there to try to become a scratch golfer or hit their milestones faster than me and way less expensive. And give the scratch to scratch experience to pretty much everyone. Like that would be an amazing goal in the next 5-10 years. And I'm kind of starting that with this, the clubhouse. So I would love a West man. I'd love to see you in there, man. We would grind together, and I feel like your game would go insane. I want to take golf more serious. My handicap is 32. Can you give me some advice about the game? Mental through your career to break 100. Min, first of all, man, I love, dude, you're coming in at like, I mean, at a great age too. Your 32 handicap. Can you give some advice about the game? Mental through your career to break 100. Okay, so I would love to see your swing. I think that would help, but I'm going to give you some easy things to do right now, right here, so you can improve today. The biggest thing that whenever I shoot in the 70s, I realized there's a common thread, and it's consistency. And everyone says, okay, yeah, consistency, blah, 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 blah. But this is like underrated. Like, you need to be able to go into a round, and it's like mentally exhausting to do this regardless of anything bad happening. You need to have the same, like, if I come into a round, I have the same swing thought for all shots all through 18. Even if I blow up hole 2 and 3, you need to like push away and power through to keep that thing, because there is no chance you're going to score better by changing it, to be honest. Like, it's a higher probability of like just going through all 18 with the same swing thought and feels that you came into it. The practice is for at practice the range, and then one thing that will also allow you to mentally get better is have a very consistent pre-shot and post-shot routine. I mean, this was analyzed by all the top mental coaches, psychologists, and that's pretty much similar to why. So when I play basketball, and every NBA player in the world has a pre-shot ritual before the free throw, that like you need that consistently for all your shots. If you could come in with this consistent swing thought and have a pre-shot post-shot routine that's consistent, that alone I think will pretty much take off 3 to 4 strokes. And then right now, since you just started golf a year ago, Min, you're you probably have like, you don't have any bad habits yet, but you need to start ingraining the fundamentals. And so I'm training some people who actually just played golf a year ago. And so, Min, at your level, actually somebody came in as a 54 handicap. 13 days later, they shot 10 strokes better, and then 6 days later, shot another 6 strokes better. So I'm assuming, like, dude, we could get you grinding and like making you a good golfer. So if that's something interested, man, would love for you to check out the clubhouse. It's the new private community I created down below. There are a lot of golfers, beginners, actually some people in your similar like age range as well, that I'm helping out, and my coaches are in there, and they are geniuses with juniors. I'm not calling you junior, but relatively junior. So check that out. Hopefully that advice helps you at least today, tomorrow, and in the next couple of weeks. Rajon Aldo. Is that so? When you say Rajon Aldo, is that supposed to be Rondo? How good were you at basketball? I feel like having the power right away in golf helped your scoring right away. Um, I was pretty decent. I was all right, guys. I'm gonna show you something. Let's see if we could. So, I mean, I got recruited by a couple colleges, and then I didn't end up going because I got a academic scholarship at UC Berkeley. Um, Rigged. All right, I'm gonna. All right, I'm gonna show you guys a video. I didn't record this, so a random person recorded this, and I think like a week later, somebody like posted it in my high school, and it was crazy. Um, okay, let me see. Let me see. Okay, okay, okay. Hold on. See this? Can you guys see this video? Rajon, can you see this video? Okay, cool. So this was me in high school. Can you hear the? I don't know if you guys can hear it. I'm just gonna play this for you guys, but this is yeah, number two, man. But yeah, dude, I was a point guard. I played like if I could compare myself to people, I don't know if I could compare myself, but my idols were Derrick Rose, Jason Williams, Jason Kidd, and Rajon Rondo. So that's kind of how I played my game. So I mean, I was okay, man. Like, yeah, I could have played college, but I was like, I looked at, okay, so this is the truth. I got recruited by some colleges in basketball. I think I got some D1 offers, and what's this called? I literally looked at LeBron James and I was like, I'm never gonna make that NBA. So I was like, I'm not gonna do that. So yeah, I went to UC Berkeley for an academic scholarship, um, and then I did engineering and computer science and business. 12. I didn't take golf seriously until years ago. Right now I'm hooked, and I wish I took it more seriously when I was 18. Hey man, 12, it's okay. That's pretty much all of us, brother. I don't know, dude. I 12, I think I mentioned 2 years is an amazing time to like start honing in. Um, what's this called? Start honing in fundamentals if you haven't learned any bad habits. And honestly, yeah, man, I think it would be such a vibe to have you in the clubhouse. I think we could like craft you to become like an insane golfer, especially if you're hooked, man. Everyone in this clubhouse, I kid you not, is just addicted and just like want to get better, and everyone's helping each other. And then my coaches and I are obviously probably more addicted than anyone. So we'll be able to grind together. Um, but yeah, 12. I'm looking at you, man. If you want to check out that clubhouse, I'll be there. I'll message you directly with that. Canwar, I love your videos. Need some advice from all your videos. What should I watch for fixing early extension and a bit of scooping? So, okay, for you, I would say, well, I'm assuming here because I don't know what your swing looks like, but I would just practice a lot of lead leg, a lot of pressure shifts on the left, and hitting the ball on your lead side. Because a lot of scooping usually means that you're on your right side, your trail side, and you're just trying to hit it from there. Um, and yeah, early extension, I would work on, if you're on your lead side properly, you could maybe work on some punch shots, and they'll allow you to kind of rotate around your hip joint. And, but yeah, these are generalized pieces of advice. Canmore, if you like, I would love to see your swing. I'd love to personally help you. Early extension and scooping is like, I think the last 2 weeks was a big topic that I helped with a lot of the members in the new private community. So you probably are in the same boat. And I hope, yeah, hopefully I can help. Sham God, White Choco, yeah. I'm a Kobe fan all day, every day. Yeah, man, I'm a diehard Kobe fan. That was probably I didn't go to work the next day after he died, and I was like, this is crazy. Ray Ronaldo, I don't know if I was good at golf, man. I was like I said, day 4, I was shot 30 over. But I grind hard. JSPT 300 degree. I'm a French golfer. Hey, I just came back from France a few months ago. Around a six handicap. I love your videos, especially the ones with Chris. I love his teaching style. He really improved your swing in a natural way. Yeah, Chris is great. He's my current coach right now. And dude, yeah, I was I was in Paris, and there's a coach there that's really great as well. If you ever need one, if you're in Paris. Yes. Okay. So, Matt, premium is basically you get the 6 months. I think is like one of the most impactful thing of like my career I'll ever. Well, until I get the scratch, that's going to be more impactful. But yeah, you get the live mentorship calls in the premium where you can hop on these calls with the coaches, and then you get the 6 month 100K plan that I created. And then you get those things that are mentioned. VIP is like extra level. You get prioritized access to me 7 days a week. Like I don't know if you know me, man, but I grind harder than anyone I know. And so like you'll have access to me every single day. I think that was the biggest reason why I improved. Like I think a lot of people think like the lessons is like the biggest reason I improved, but this is why I do these lives now and why I created the community, because the reason I actually improved a lot was off away from the lessons, where me and Chris are texting every day, following up and be like, yo, like what's happening with my swing right now. And there's like a lot of things that people don't see, like the 7 other days, the 6.5 other days, where we're in contact, constantly talking, getting swing reviews, like him mentally checking me up, like all that stuff. And that's what the VIP tier is really about, Matt. Like you get access to me 7 days a week. You have personalized direct messaging, and you can hop on 101 monthly calls, which I think is the biggest. Like those 60-minute, 1 hour calls, you pick like once a month, and then we hop on calls and we literally grind together. on a call, anything you need. And funny enough, like people use that for different things. For example, like my background is in business and engineering. And so some people are asking me about business questions because my mentors in business were like top CEOs in tech, multimillionaires, people who own $100 million businesses. So they've used it for that. Also, some people use that for like content because a lot of people are trying to get in the content game. My mentors, like I've worked with top YouTubers there. Um, with Mr. Beast's team, Mr. Beast's consultant, I call him Samir, and so people are asking me like stuff about content. Or if you want it purely in golf, we just grind together in golf, which I love more than anything. So if you want like specific feedback, like we walk through details about your swing, your backswing, your feels. We could go through course management strategies. So I would say that's the difference between VIP and premium. So it's like way more hands-on, and I think the highest value is VIP for sure. So yeah, let me know if I answered that, Matt. Definitely want to answer all your questions. What you should come play in Texas sometime. I am actually. I am coming to Texas, Wes. But yeah, I don't know yet. But I'm training with two coaches, possibly there. So or three. Scotty Scheffler's coach. I'm training with there. He's gonna be sick. He's also Scottish coach is actually gonna hop on live mentorship calls in a couple weeks in the clubhouse, but he's in Texas right now, and yeah, he's awesome. He's like he's great. He's like he trained Scotty Scheffler. He's trained Scotty Scheffler since he was 16. He's trained JT and Justin, and then Tiger. And then he was like, we were on a call for about an hour, and he was like telling me that like all these secrets that he knows. That's why all his players are like the most elite, like Scotty, Tiger, JT, and all of them. And when I go over there and make a video with him, he's gonna kind of do that like to my body and like try to train it, but also in the live call, live mentorship call in the private community, he's gonna kind of distill some of that to our members. So that you guys can, he's like, I'm gonna give you guys the advantage you guys need, and I'm like, that's crazy. Like, what do you get? What is this guy telling Tiger Woods and Scotty Scheffler? And so Wes, man, yes, I'll try to come play Texas sometime. I would love it, but if you're ever interested, man, I think we already spoke, but I think it's gonna be crazy. Man, I just know you a couple of months ago because you collabed with another great coach. But my famous Chris, after I watched your video, my golf game is improving. I have 2 birdies in my career. Thanks, man. Hey, thanks, dude. I just appreciate you, man. I appreciate you watching. And I'm just so glad like I can help you improve. That's what I'm trying to aim with the videos, with these lives, with the private community, to kind of take all your guys all your guys games to next level at like a fraction of the cost I'm paying. Like my goal is like you guys don't have to spend your life savings to get this good. I want you guys to be able to get this good and better, and like 100x the less. So I think I was kind of the guinea pig in this operation, and I just want to give you guys everything that I've learned without having to spend all the dollars and all the thousands of hours stressed out on the range. Devin's Golf, what's up, brother? Saw you last night. Routine and your checks before you swing based on the last video. I'm getting stuck on how my wrist should be set before I finish my backswing. Wrist should be set before I finish my backswing. Yeah, sure, man. I got you. Ooh. So the wrist set drill is just a drill, by the way, Devin. You shouldn't be like trying to like. It's just like it's just basically those position drills are just like. So I would just go here. Oh, you can't see. Here you go. So this is the set drill for anybody. Is basically here, and you kind of just rotate around the axis point. So this is when I say axis point, this is an axis that goes down your entire body, and so you're kind of just rotating around that, and then it gets here, and then from here, your right arm is naturally folded already, and then from here you just rotate to the top. So you go here, here, here. Um, Devin, I'm going to give you another drill. If that's confusing to you, that could help you get to the top. So this is for anyone who needs help with their backswing and wants to get an easy feel. Get your wrist here, or like your arms. Put this in here. Make a big turn, and then just push it out. That's your backswing. So either or, both drills help with the end goal. So hopefully that helps, Devin. Yeah. Matt, you good? You have any other questions around the difference? Hopefully I'm seeing you in the community. Guys, yeah, that's good. I just get a weird feel sometimes. My wrist feels too cupped. It's okay. I mean, if you have I have a strong neutral grip, like yeah, I have a strong neutral grip, so you kind of need to cup it to get a neutral square face at the top. I have a slightly cup at the top, and then you just kind of like do the inverse to get it hitting on downswing. Yeah, man. WH None Life. Yeah, we have upcoming lessons and videos coming out. Actually, the next video is with him, and what's this called? If you're a fan, man, I'm talking to you, WH. I don't know if you were here when I said it, but in that video, I'm hard launching something special, which is like the new private community called the Clubhouse that I'm creating. And in that Clubhouse, I'm bringing all the golf coaches that you guys know and love, so you guys could train with them directly. But I also like doing daily coaching and all the resources I've ever gotten that amounts to like $100,000 worth. So that's being hard launched in that next video. But until then, I'm doing like soft launches in this live, which you could check in that link that's pinned. And so the first 100 members, I'm calling them the core 100, the original OG 100. They get the founder member prices for life. And it's like going to be way cheaper. And if that's something you're interested in, man, yeah, dude, WHN Life, man. I'm talking to you directly. Check out that link that's pinned. It's for the next 24 hours. The goal is to get 25 more people, or 24 more people in 24 hours. And yeah, the prices will never be that low. So hopefully I see you in there, man. Yeah, dude, I could go over the grips. Reginaldo. So, I don't know how I can. So this is like neutral. I would say neutrals, you see like 2.5 knuckles or 2 knuckles on your left side when you're looking. And this line here points to your trail arm. Weak would just be like under more, and then strong would just be more over. So neutral will always be this as a reference point. This is like I teach a neutral to strong grip. That's what I think it's the highest probability of like success for adult amateurs. And then yeah, hopefully that makes sense. Yeah, the bottom hand again is kind of like, this is neutral. It's just like this. I put this in the lifeline. It's just kind of like that. This is my grip. Yeah. Hey man, do you ever plan on doing a segment with Butch Harmon? Maybe, man. That's like the goat. So we'll see, man. I gotta find some connections, possibly see if I could get out there, and I would love to obviously get a lesson from him. Jerome, is a hot dog a sandwich? No. No. Oh yeah, WHN Life, man. Yeah, I do. I'm excited, man. I'm excited to launch it, but I'm also excited for the core 100 people, the people that had come in early, because yeah, man, the OGs are always the OGs. It's like investing in stock. Like if you were part of the subscriber base when I started the YouTube channel, it's kind of like this, but even better. So hopefully WH Life, If you're hearing this, I'd love to see you in there. Be part of the OG 100. Um, and for each grip, your club face is square as you move your thumb. So that depends actually. So I've had problems where I do this now. This is like my grip, and it stabilizes this stabilizes the face when my thumb is over. When I go here, the face can end up moving. So I don't do this, and this messed me up a little bit for a while. So I have to put it over. Yeah. Hopefully that helps, Rajon Aldo. Do you check out AMG Golf? It has completely changed my game, and do hope you get to film with them one day. AMG Golf. I don't know who. Let me see. Who's AMG Golf? Oh, no, I haven't checked them out, but that's awesome that it's completely changed your game. Maybe we'll do some type of collab in the future, but right now I'm kind of sticking to a select few coaches I'm working with just to kind of see where it goes. Yeah, great call though, Lewis. Or yeah. Okay, thanks. I'm still trying to fit your subscription to my budget. I understand the value. I'm gonna. Hey, man, dude, I'm a Canadian, by the way. As a fun fact, Reginaldo, I'm from Calgary. I don't know if you knew that. But yeah, like I said, it's next 24 hours will be the lowest ever, and then prices will increase purely because I want to gift the first 100 people the lowest price because you're the OGs. You guys are the OGs. The people who hop on these lives are mainly the ones who get the secret gifts. So I got you, man. Also love that you're Canadian. If you plan to come to Texas, I recommend you Cedar Crest Golf Course, Paris Lake, Grand Oaks, Tenor Gold Club. Yeah, man. What is that? Yeah, I definitely have to check, but I'm excited to come to Texas for sure. I overload my left hand more on the top grip to square the face when coming down. Should I stop that when my swing is? If your swing, Canwar, if your swing is consistent, I wouldn't, and you like the way you swing. There's no right or wrong way to hold a grip, by the way, guys. There is amazing golfers who are weak grip, Colin Morikawa. There's amazing people who have very, very strong grips. I do and this is what I teach like adult amateurs who are like trying to figure out a good grip. Everything I teach is what I believe is the highest probability of success for adult amateurs like myself. So I just do a neutral strong grip because I've tinkered with weaker grips. But if you're Canwar, if you overload your left hand more on the top of your grip like this, and you're hitting it well, like who cares? If you're not holding the club and you're hitting and you're hitting well, who cares? Like the only thing that matters is getting the ball in the hole. So like if you can consistently do that, the grip is like it doesn't really matter. But if you are like lost about a grip, like if you want to consistently something consistent that you don't understand yet, like I would give you personally as a coach, and my coaches would give a strong, neutral, slightly strong grip. Yep. Did you watch Canada play? I did not watch Canada play, unfortunately. I was bouncing around too much for work. I didn't get to watch a lot. Did you try jumbo grips? What made you stop using jumbo grips? I've never tried jumbo grips. No, I don't think my hands are that big. I just have standard. Yeah. Is anyone in the chat struggling with their game right now, by the way? Like, who's really struggling with their game that I didn't address yet? Anyone new in the 19 people watching? Like, what are you guys struggling with? Driver, irons, putting, chipping? I would love to help you guys as much as possible. And, I'm using these lives to do it. So if you guys are watching right now and you have some things that you want help with, or if you are, maybe this is even better. If you are one of those people who's been bouncing between swing thoughts and swing tips on Instagram and everything else, and you just are frustrated, let's add some sad emojis or something so I could know who to talk to specifically. The Jeff Yo, my chipping distance fluctuates even though I feel it's the same. Yeah, I mean tripping half. Yeah, I mean there's a lot of things that could affect that. Like even though you feel the same, it could be lie, stance. Lie stance is like one huge one. And maybe even if you do, you feel the same, you're not doing it consistently enough in practice that you're actually hitting the right numbers. Grain, all these things could affect it. Wind, temperature. Yeah. But yeah, I guess Jeff, like, one thing for chipping, I would probably just like, yeah, keep practicing. Like chipping, you just need to keep practicing. Like that's like thing you just need to grind out. And a clock system is really good for chipping. And if you could do a clock system, which is essentially if you think about your entire body and then there's a clock around it, just practicing where those like numbers are and then getting the exact distances. Do those 100 times at every single number. It should those the distance fluctuations should start diminishing. Yeah. Ronaldo, I'm struggling with getting more power and everything. My 7 hours is only 125 here, working on ground pressure and getting inconsistent 144 carry now. So I would just focus on contact, to be honest. Like first, contact's everything. Getting it compressed, that will literally give you more carry, purely of science. And then from there, you can kind of determine like, okay, if you're getting good contact, but there's like a start line issue, then change your mechanics, and then after that, kind of see how you can utilize the body more. But I think contact is everything, and that's kind of what I teach in my private community. Canmore, short irons, but somehow just as far as long irons, I'm not sure how. It's just weird. Well, Canmore, so this I wouldn't say keep practicing. No. My one of my coaches says practice doesn't make perfect, practice makes permanent. And so if you're practicing the wrong things, you might actually harm yourself. And so you need like a good practice plan and really understand why you're doing things. And a lot of people, like a lot of amateurs, think they know how to self-diagnose because they've watched a million YouTube videos. But 99% of the time, which I fell into, like I thought I knew how to fix my swing without my coaches, and I was completely wrong. And so, Kanwar, I feel like you're like, honestly, I'm going to talk to you specifically right now. Look at me into the eyes. But I think you would be perfect for my private community purely because everyone who came in, they would be like, oh, I think I have a hip rotation problem. And I'm like, no, you're not hitting the ball well, and that doesn't matter. And so they could like, you could spend years trying to figure it out. And then you think just practicing, going to range, hitting balls is going to help. Like, I've kind of seen that's not the case. And so I would love to help you with your practice plan. I would love to really look at your swing and tell you exactly why you're early extending, because there's so many reasons why someone could be early extending. And there's so many ways you could be filming your swing. You may be filming your swing wrong. There's so many things. And so if you pick the wrong thing and you keep practicing what you think is the fix, you could really harm yourself long term. And then unlearning something takes 3 times as long. So that's my coaches and I were just like, practice doesn't make perfect, practice makes permanent. And you better like practice right, or you're gonna like ingrain really bad habits. So that's my take. And like I said, really made this school community so that people don't waste all the money trying to do the wrong things and the thousands of hours, because I know your time is valuable, Canwar. So definitely consider it. I would love to have you, because like 5 other people, I'm like literally working on early extension right now. Man, I struggle with my 5 wood. I hook it every time I hit, or I can't lift the ball up. You can't lift the ball. Oh, it's not going in the air. So you're thinning it, or you're hooking it. Is that what I'm thinking? Yeah. I mean, again, man, I would need to see your swing, but my first take is either you're not, uh, you're thinning it. I mean, you can, man, that's tough. Yeah. Sitting and hooking it, you could either be like on your back foot and just thinning it, hitting up, or you could be too far in your lead foot and then you could be thinning it. 2 different solutions to do 2 different problems. You could be hooking it because you're over rotating the face, or you could be hooking it because you're opening your body insanely. Or you could not be utilizing your lower body. It's just like so many different things. So it's tough to like give you a solution without knowing what you have. And but yeah, if you're interested as well, these are the things that I help with and my coaches help with like instantly. Wes, I've got a gapping issue between 135 and 52 degree. I barely hit over 100. So the gapping is between 100 and 135. That's a massive difference. I mean, I would just get a different club in between there, or practice a lot more on your distances so that the gapping isn't that crazy. That's really like that's like the hard truth. Like you need to like dial in your distances by practicing a lot on the right things, and then after practicing a lot, and then you see gapping, then you get a club, or you just like hit the club, like you just like hit an 80% shot on like the higher one. Yeah. Yo, Jeff, the Jeff, yo. Dude, you're welcome, man. Dude, you've been since the Mike Woodrow lessons. Dude, you're the OG. You're the real MVP. I appreciate that, man. Honestly, like, hey, maybe you could be part of the OGs of the school community. The first 100. You would make history, becoming like becoming the OGs of two different things, man. And yeah, man. I don't know if you saw like I definitely want to do things um, like give special gifts and opportunities to all the people that kind of join when I am starting the new things, because I think those are the OGs for sure, man. Best lesson ever. Thank you. Do you smash back determine contact? If it's good, if I can get a smash back, I can agree that center contact is the good contact. Honestly, like is just hitting ball first and square in the face, and then turf. A good way to kind of do this, like without all these numbers. I honestly don't even look at numbers. Like I don't need those numbers right now. Like I could shoot a 74 or 75, never looking at numbers. And I think people get infatuated. Like somebody came to me in my community who's shooting the high hundreds and was like talking to me about smash factor. Like I was like, dude, what are you doing? Like, let's just get you to hit the ball first, like properly. And this is the reason I created this school community, because like there's so many like unnecessary things to play good golf. Like, um, so I would say just get good contact by hitting ball first and then ground, and hitting like a decent looking divot, and then doing the line drill in the bunker. So go in the bunker, draw a line in the sand, and hit that line all the time. You'll be good at contact. Matthew, hey Jerome, I started golf last May and I've been able to drop my handicap down to 14.3 and even got lucky enough to get my first hold one. Whoa! Let's go! Let's go! Matthew, first of all, my little brother's name is Matthew, so we're already deeply connected. And congrats on the hole in one. I don't even have a hole in one. I don't even know if I'll ever get a hole in one. Who knows? So that's amazing, man. So a lot of chunks right off the bat. I'm going to assume that you don't get enough pressure on your lead side. You're probably getting to the top of your backswing, and you're probably getting to the top of the backswing right here, and you're getting stuck on your right side, and then you're swinging from here, and then you're hitting the ground. So, yeah, Matthew, I would work on contact drills. I would work on drills that apply pressure to your lead side. And I have like tiny fixes that you can easily do, like hip bumping at setup. But I would work a lot on that, and then going really slowly, 50% swings, 60% swings, in order to get ball first, then turf. But dude, I'm excited for you, man. You just started golf. You have such a great opportunity to go in two directions. One is like you go down the route everyone else goes and go do a million swing thoughts, and you get stuck where you are, or you start working on the foundational pieces and start building it. So hopefully you go down the right path. If you ever need help in that, man, that's kind of what I teach and what the members of the new private community is for. But regardless of that, man, I'm just super stoked that you got a hole in one. That's sick. Keith Bluff, yeah, it could be ball position too, man. It could be literally everything. I haven't seen the swing. My putting tendencies to pull left. Recommend any drills this? Yeah, I would recommend getting a mirror, a putting mirror, and then making sure your eyes are on top of the ball so that your arc isn't too crazy. and I would start there and then see if you're still pulling left, and if you could hit it through the gate, which is like a putting gate. Min, how do you set up when you hit your woods? So I have the same setup, everything except for driver. So um, basically I go, say this is center. I'll go 4 inches to the left, and then based off of the club I'm hitting, I move this right foot as far or close as I need. And the 7 iron is about middle, 8 or 7 irons about middle. And then 6 irons a little farther, 5 iron, my 4 hybrid, 3 wood. Those are exaggerated steps, but you get the gist. But good question, man. Good question. Dude, we got some new people joining in. Anyone new joining in that's been stuck with their game, been super frustrated recently, and just really, really wants to be less stressed with their life in golf? Drop down below. Why? Maybe it's your driver, maybe it's your irons, maybe it's your putting. Just drop one of those key things. Let's go. Let's go, brother. I'm excited for you, man. Yeah, man. I'm trying to do this new thing where I'm trying to go live every day for the next year. Um, like I said, my big goal again is Scratch, but my bigger goal is to help you guys as much as I can. And so in between those videos I post, we're grinding in the background, we're grinding the hundreds of hours into these YouTube videos. But when I have any time in between my training and creating videos and all the other stuff, I'm gonna try to hop on lives to help as many people as I can. So hopefully, hopefully I can help you out, and hopefully you crush that tea time at 3 today, man. Friday tea time, late afternoon, love it. Those are the best. Who here has I'm curious, who here has like taken lessons and just didn't get any benefit from them? Raise your, like, have like a sad emoji or a raising hand emoji, like a in-person lesson. I'm curious. I would love, I have some questions on that. Right now I don't do any speed training. I think I hit the ball really far right now. I want to keep hitting it farther. Just kind of, I don't know if you guys saw the Richard Tedder episode where I went to Estonia. It was the last one where the guy's hitting 400 yards. Um, I asked him, when do you stop training for speed? And he's like, I never stopped training for speed. And he has a swing speed of 146 max. And I'm like, this guy's insane. So I don't think I'll ever stop training. But right now, like, my distance is far enough. Yeah, I mean, I'm hitting out every ball past 100, 300 yards. And right now, the main thing I need to work on is, and I did it. I had a like slight injury since when I came back from Europe, so I actually haven't time to practice putting, which I should have. But my putting's kind of bad right now. Like, I shot a 81 recently, like 2 days ago, because I just I like missed so many putts, like really bad easy ones, and so I'm trying to work more on that. And then my approach shots are like, I'm getting it on the green, but it's too far. It's like 30 feet or 35 feet, which it's not great. Like I should be getting those, especially like how far I have it. I should be getting those to like at least within 10 feet. So those are the main two things, but I'll always work on hitting it farther. Um, yeah, dude, man. Hey, man, if you ever, like I said, man, that's the whole thing about this community, man. As structured and like specific to you, so that you know what you need to do every single time. So, hopefully, Ronaldo, man, like, yeah. I mean, the membership itself will pay 10 times over. I haven't had any fitting for any sort of lesson, but really want to go in, especially now that I'm improving. But so far, just used YouTube instructional substitute videos. Yeah, man. Dude, I honestly like my whole strategy with my YouTube is completely different than anything out there. I think just purely because it's like the full lessons. So that my whole thing is like the problem with a lot of YouTube, Instagram swing tips and all that is that they're all taken out of context, right? So I try to provide as much context as possible in my videos and all my failures, right? So you'll see like, oh, this guy got the drill and then gets a pure shot. In my videos, you'll see me fail 8 times and then I ask questions why it fails. And I just want to provide as much context as possible. And so the one thing that I would advise against Matthew is like, it's great that it's helping, but definitely like over time as you get better, just kind of take a step back, be like, okay, Jerome's working on that. And it helped me at the high level, but now maybe my wrists aren't exactly like Jerome's. And um, yeah, you kind of just need to do like a little bit of a questioning and investigation. So that's kind of like what I'm trying to do with the school community and that's why I'm bringing my coaches into the school community because there are very, very specific things for your body. Like this 65-year-old guy just joined our clubhouse and I'm not going to tell him to swing like me. Like that would be crazy. And so there are little nuances in the golf swing that I can give you a wider backswing, kind of like Chris Mason kind of gave me, but depending on your body shape, your height, like how fast you swing, like we might need to tweak your right foot a little bit or your right hip needs to bend a little bit more. So I think that's kind of like something to be careful about. Yeah. Matt, my brother, that's awesome, man. Dude. We're gonna grind insanely, man. It's good. We're gonna go crazy. We're gonna go crazy. We're gonna go crazy. Um, I love it, man. I love it. Like I said, my little brother's name is Matt. We're already like deeply connected somehow in the astrology of all of it. So yeah, man, I'm excited. Definitely like check out the community and all the things. Let me know if you have any questions, dude. You're gonna vibe. I think with all the members, they're all sick. And they have similar goals to you, which I love. I love when you start seeing the wins tab, like the Thomas. Oh my god, this dude. Okay, I'm just gonna share some wins that I think is ridiculous because, and this is what I was aiming for when I made the private community. I was like, how crazy can people get with these tips? Because in my mind, I was like, man, these seem obvious now because I've been grinding at them, but like this guy Thomas, right? He came in and 13 days later, this guy's a beginner, complete beginner. His handicap was a 54. I think the max is 54 or 56. And he joins 13 days later. He posts in the wins tab. He joined a tournament, which is ballsy. Like shout out to Thomas for like joining a tournament as a newbie. And then he shot 10 strokes better in 13 days. And I was like, okay, that's great. Maybe it's an outlier. And then 6 days later, he's like, I just got another PR. I got another PR and shot 6 strokes better. And so I was like, 16 strokes in 19 days. That's like a ridiculous thing. And I was like, what happened? It's like, no, I just changed my backswing, like you said. And then I just hit it off my lead leg and then did a little bit of course management. And I was like, what? That's insane. I literally wish I was like that as a beginner. Like, dude, I don't know if you guys watched my year one. I was like at the range in Mission Trails in San Diego from 9 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day for a year with 500 bucket balls. And everyone was like, who the hell is this guy? And I was like so stressed out because like, I was still piecing together. Like I didn't know all the coaches that I needed for my body and all this stuff, blah, blah, blah. And yeah, after like training with 20 of the best golf coaches in the world, or more. I don't even know. My strategy is that I've extracted, I think, like 5 to 6 of them, and then just took all the essentials, and then just put it in a very clear roadmap. And I was like, this is all you need to do. And yeah, dude, Thomas just did that. And I was like, 16 strokes is nasty work. It's not even realistic, man. But yeah, it's yeah, if that's if you guys are especially in that case, I hope you guys I hope you guys are there. Hey man, yeah, dude, I never promised that. I will never promise those things. I was just like, Thomas, like, are you messing with me? Like, there's no one listening except me, right? You don't need to lie to me, man. Like, he's like, no, it was crazy. I was like, okay, that's wild, dude. Yeah, man, it was like, yeah, but there's been crazy stuff. Like Arjun, he just posted a 77, and he started hitting 300-yard drives. So like I said, Matt, one thing that you're gonna expect is there's a lot of new coaches that's never been presented on YouTube yet. John Ray Leary, you'll probably see in the modules, like we did a live mentorship call with John Ray Leary. John Ray Leary is a really good friend of Chris Mason. They like played together, they coached together. John Ray Leary was also the fourth ranked junior in the entire world. Like I think it was like during Tigers time. And so he's a monster. And he's actually going to appear in the channel in like a month or two. Um, but all these people come into the community before they even appear. So you get like sneak peek access and get live mentorship with them. But he fixed this guy named Arjun swing because he had a little chicken wing problem. And we just gave him like 2 drills, and now he's hitting at 300 yards, and he just shot a 77. And I was like, okay, this is working. This is sick. So I think it's going to be, I think you're definitely going to improve. Like, hopefully, I'll never guarantee anything, but I'm going to try my best. How important is a long enough driver to have a short iron second shot? How important is a long enough driver to have a short iron second shot? What can you expand on that? Like, are you asking how important is it to hit your driver long? I think if that's what you mean, like, I think hitting the ball far helps a lot. I mean, purely based off the stats, like for me, since I hit it far, like my second shot for par fours are like between 110, 20 yards to like 60 yards. And just statistically based off of like what's come out, like the closer you are, the easier it's going to be. But it's not good if you're trying to hit it that far and it's on the other side of the fairway or in like the junk. So like, it's a two-part question, because if you can hit it far and in the direction you want, it helps. But if you don't hit it that far, it's better to course manage yourself. And there are very specific tips I could give you guys in course management. One tip is very simple. And I teach like a very specific course management strategy with my coaches. But one tip that you could do right now, which I highly, highly suggest, is just understand what your handicap is. Say you're like a 10 handicap. Use your scorecard, and in the bottom you'll see this thing called an index, and there'll be a number from 1 to 18 under each hole. And that will allow you to determine how you should approach each hole. So if you are on a hole that has a 1 index, that means it's the hardest hole on the course. If you're a 10 index versus that 1, that is literally telling you to play more passive, because this is where you're going to blow up your hole if you try to play like a scratch golfer. So like, understand that, Rajan, and then you can like navigate around the course. You're like, oh, okay, like I shouldn't be hitting this. Like I shouldn't be hitting my driver here. There's no point. I'm not at 1 index. But then on the opposing side, when you're on a hole that's like 17 or 14 above the 10, then you're like, okay, I could be a little aggressive here. Like, okay, I know my driver isn't good, but like I could hit it and it's pretty open. Like, let's just hit it farther in this general direction, and then course manage yourself. the two questions I will always ask any player, and this is, I don't understand why, this is a really big bad thing that people do too, is that as coaching and after training with Bryson's coach, Lydia, Chris Mason, like literally all the top coaches, the way they think is completely different from a lot of coaches that I've interacted with in the past, where the regular people, regular coaches, they will have you hit a couple shots on the range in person lessons, and then they'll instantly start going into mechanics. They're like, oh, you have an inside takeaway, all this stuff. And you're like, okay, let's fix that. Like, there's no point to do that. Like, so all the good coaches, and this is how I train too, I'll ask for your swing, and then I'll ask you two simple questions. What is the ball doing and what is the miss? And then you have to reverse engineer from the outcome, because that's the only thing that matters. And so we're like, okay, like your main miss right now is a hook, but you mainly have like baby draw, right? So whatever. And then you look at the swing, you're like, okay, let's add elements that helps the foundation layer that will eventually help the thing that's giving you problems on the course. And then over time, the look that everyone looks, it will naturally and organically be fixed, because you're fixing the root cause versus fixing pieces. And so, yeah, that's like, Matt, if you're still on the call, like you'll see in literally all the community posts, like anyone who asks questions, I always try to get them away from like, Kanwar, awesome, dude. I'm really excited. I'm really hoping you join, man. You ask great questions, and I think you'd be an amazing addition. And I would be really excited to teach you. And my coaches like love those type of questions. So I think it would be an amazing time. But yeah, man, like the people who are in the community, like anytime they ask, like, oh man, can you look at my swing? I think it's a rotation problem. It's like, well, let's take a step back. Like, let's just, instead of like you trying to self-diagnose, just tell me like what is the problem and what the ball is doing, and then let me see it, and then let's like fix what the actual thing that's causing problems is, and then it'll help rotation and all that stuff. So that is how Chris Mason teaches. That's how Bryson's coach teaches Dana. That's how I teach. And yes, you could say that I've the way I teach is basically a combination of the 5 best coaches I've who taught me. So yeah, dude, Rajon, like let me know. Like hopefully, you know, like I said, if you can make the private community, I would love to get more feedback from you, like throughout that, and I could always help you course manage in real time. Like not in real time, sorry. Like if you ever have like your like course layout, we could go through it and dissect it in the private community. T-Bone, how do you hit out of hard sand in the greenside bunker? Oh my God, dude, I love this question. Yeah, dude, this is a hot take. But I feel like I'm way better in hard sand than regular sand, which is like everyone hates hard sand. I'm just like, all you have to do, and the person who taught me this the best, like Chris taught me how to do it, but the first time it connected in my brain was when I was training with Short Game Chef, if you guys know him. But basically, what T-Bone is that you basically need to make your swing steeper for hard shots. So, John Woo. Oh yeah, dude. Yes, sir. Hopefully it helps, man. I saw the swing. Yeah, I think there's some great foundational pieces in there, and I added a couple details, and we were kind of just talking about it. Like once we try to create this simple foundation, I think we could start progressing a lot. But yeah, thanks for sending that over. I'm super excited that you just joined the clubhouse, man. We're going to be grinding together. It's going to be sick. All right, T-Bone, sorry about that. Yes, so for hard sand, the point of every bunker shot, really, like, okay, I don't say every, but the majority is you need to get under the sand. Regardless of the lie, you need to get under it. And so in order for hard sand, to get under hard sand, especially when it's really hard, you need to make your swing steeper. If your swing is steeper, then the angle is going to be steeper in order to go under it. So the way you do that is you essentially put more pressure to your lead side, kind of like 70. You can make it 80, depends on how steep you want it. And then T-bone steak. Once you get it more steep, you want to dig into the ground and kind of have like a punch finish. You don't want to like flip it up. You want to kind of like, I don't want to like crack this floor, but once you kind of have it, you want to go under 2 feet behind and then like kind of stick it in the sand. And it should like, I'm gonna do here. Landlord, sorry, this is live, so sorry. I didn't mean this, but once you get here, once you hit it, you kind of have like a finish. Like doesn't extend. It just goes like this. That will allow you to like pressurize into the ground and get under that ball, and then it'll pop up, and you just open the face a little bit. So, and yeah, it's green side. Like just open the face a little bit more, so that it still has like it still goes up higher. And so that's kind of how I do it. Let me know if that helps, T-Bone. How important is getting a club fitting? Matthew, I think it depends on the player you are, how good you are hitting things consistently. I wouldn't get it if your dispersion's insane. Unless your dispersion's like that after 30 years. Like, I didn't get one until I knew my dispersion was like one-way miss. And I was like, okay, like I overdraw things. Let me get these things that are anti-draw for a bit. So I think it depends. If you're a massive beginner, I wouldn't get a club fitting. You really do focus on getting pressure into lead foot. I guess it is a common mistake, eh? That's very Canadian of you. What do you mean by getting pressure into lead foot is a mistake? I don't understand that. I guess it is common. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yes. I would say the majority of yes, and like 90%. And there's a lot of ways to get you need to get to your lead side correctly though. For example, I just got a student yesterday. I told he was trying to get more pressure to his lead side, and he went like this to get there. That's not good. So yes to more pressure to lead side because the majority are on their back foot. This is the crazy thing about golf swings. Like I keep saying, like golf swings are on a spectrum, right? You're either too much on the right side or left side. And so we need to get you on the other side of the spectrum in order to counteract the bad habit of the other side. So what I mean by that, if someone is too far on the right side, I'm going to make you go massively on your left side to the point where it's so egregious it feels weird and horrible. You should be like tell people, if you're chunking the ball, I want you to thin it for like 100 times, and then you'll feel what middle is. So for me, for example, and this doesn't apply to 99% of golfers. Like I am too much on my lead side, so I have to feel right now. This is a feel thing. I have to feel like I never transfer pressure left ever. But then on camera, you look and I transfer pressure like the correct amount when I feel that I'm on completely my right side. I would tell people like amateurs to feel like 100% on their lead side. You look on camera, they're like a little bit on their left side. So it really depends. But yeah, I would say beginners definitely do that. David, how did you decide to fully commit to golf, a sport that you had never played when you had a successful career going? Yeah, so I don't know, man. Okay, before I go into that story, can we get I'm gonna get some water because I think it's a slight mouthful, and I think I would love telling the story, but I would love who's been here since who knows the story, actually. You know, and it's okay if you don't, but who knows the story of how all this started? How did Scratch to Scratch start? Did you guys if you guys know, say like put like the hands up emoji or any crazy emoji for Friday. I just want to know before I just want to know the audience real quick. And if you don't know it, is that if you don't know, it gives. Okay, we got one. I don't even know if that emoji, Rajon, is you do or don't know it. But I'm just at this point I'm just seeing random emojis. So I'll just say the story. But so anyone who doesn't know me is I basically went to UC Berkeley. And I was studying engineering, computer science, and business all together because I was like, I think all of these things would be useful in my life. And I graduated, and then I went to do tech in Silicon Valley, which is a classic thing to do for people in tech. And then I moved to New York, And then I worked on startups in tech there. And then one day my buddy was like, let's go play golf. Let's go hit the range because we have time between this and next event. And I was like, dude, no, I hate golf. I hate the idea of golf. Like, oh my God, why do people play that? He's like, no, let's just go to the range. So we're in this 3-story range or 2-story range in Brooklyn. I think it's called Forest Hills or something. And I was like, oh, dude, this is a waste of time. This is a waste of time. Why do grown men hit a ball that's not moving? This is a waste of time, expensive, like all this stuff. And then he hands me a 3-wood, 30 minutes in maybe. And I kid you not, I strike this ball so straight and so far with probably the worst form of all time. Like literally the worst form probably. Like I saw whatever, but I hit this dead straight, like to the point it hits like the back fence. And I'm like, this is the greatest thing I've ever done in my life. I literally was like, this is the greatest thing I've ever done in my life at that moment. And 4 days later, I decide that I want to do this for the rest of my life. And I kind of configured like this idea on like, how would I do this if I did it? And I went on a walk and I thought about the idea, kind of formulated it. And then I was like, okay, I'm going to send it. So then I soon quit my job, flew across the country, and then I just put all my eggs in one basket because that's kind of who I am. Like, I'm like go big or go home all the time, and so I went pretty big, and so that is David, that was kind of it. I don't know. I just fell in love with it so much that it felt like it was the necessary thing to do next. So hopefully, I mean, I don't know if that's an entertainment. That's my origin story to all this, and now we're here 3.5 years later. Okay, Rob, it seems like a lot of slide to the left instead of pressure down to the left. I think yes, you shouldn't be sliding. So pressure shift is a horizontal and vertical shift. So it's like here, and then it goes horizontal, but also like vertically down. So then you could pop up and around. So it's like a slight like a little bit to the left while you're going down. It's like an unweighting, as people call it. And it's a little bit to the left, like to the ball of the foot. It's like this, it's a tiny bit. And then because you're unweighting to the ground, you now have all the ground pressure to go up and around. And that's basically what rotation and should feel like for certain people. There's some people who do it a little differently. I use that, but yeah. 0 on 6. How do you stay down to the swing while still closing the club face? Yeah, so there's a lot of things that could cause that. Man, yeah. Without early extending, so I mean, there's so many things that could cause that. I'm just going to give some general advice. 0 is that people pop up usually that I see on the downswing and early extend because they are trying to scoop it. They're trying to hit the ball up. This is like a common one, but I would love to see your swing. They try to scoop it, and then they go because they want the ball to go up in the air, and they go like this, and then they early extend. When you have to hit down to have go it up, that's like a thing you need to make sure to do. Like for irons, like you need to hit the ball down so go up, and you need to rotate through as well. So there's a lot of things that could help with you, but that's a general thing. And 0, I don't know, maybe you're new, but like into the chat right now, but I just created a new private community for people. And I'm like, the goal is I'm going to be live like a lot today, and later tonight, because the goal is to get the core 100 founding members of the new school community, the new private clubhouse, which is where I think probably going to be the most impactful. If you loved my videos and got any value from any of my videos, I believe this is going to be 10x more value, because there are 3 main elements of it. One is I've been playing golf for about 3.5 years, and I was able to shoot in the 70s in 2 years, but I look back in it and I distilled a 6-month curriculum that I would do if I had to do it all over again and get to the same levels I am now in 6 months. That's like one piece. The second piece is if you've had any value from any of my coaches, they've been awesome, but obviously they've been giving me specific feedback to me. I bring them into the clubhouse so that you could talk to them on live mentorship calls. Like we had one, John Ray Leary, and we were analyzing people's swings, and you get literally the feedback from them. And all these coaches that you guys see, like you can't book them anywhere anymore. Like Chris doesn't allow, unless you're like a rising amateur or a PGA Tour pro, he doesn't take anyone anymore. And like Dana costs $1,000 per 45 minutes or something. And so my whole thing was like, how do I make something for you guys? Because like I said, my biggest goal now is to help you guys improve. And I was like, why don't I just build this thing and bring the coaches in on my dime, and then you guys just get the benefit and for their time. So that's the second thing. And the third thing is I give you daily coaching. So it's kind of like this live, but I'm like consistently giving you support every single day, because I think that was the biggest reason I improved so well, because I could text my coaches every day to check on tiny details. And so that's what the clubhouse is all about. And yeah, man, Zero, if you want to check it, just click the link there. It's pinned. Where are we at right now, man? I think we're at 78 members. We need to get 22 more core members, because once we launch the next video, which I think is going to be a banger video, it's probably going to start rising into like the millions of views, hopefully. But I'm telling everyone about this community in these live calls where there's only 10 people on the call, because I only want I want to give that like a founding member price, so the prices aren't that high. And yeah, I think it's I want to kind of get that. So they're kind of, I'm basing off people's schedules, but I'm pretty much when I talk to them when people are in town, when they're not on tour. So the next one I think is going to be Scotty Scheffler's. One of Scotty Scheffler's coaches, Matt. So I think that's going to be sick. And then the next one is someone who played on tour and is really good at short game and also has the best swing. The one after that is, I think, Scotty Scheffler's coach. And then I think Colin Morikawa's coach is after that. But I like try to coordinate based on like the PGA Tour schedule and everything. So, but it's all gonna be sick. But anyways, that's the upshot. Zero. Hopefully you can check it out. And yeah, it's all in there. I'd love to train you. Prob, hi Jerome, I have a question. I've been watching a lot of video game Chris Mason, but when I try to push on my left foot transfer, I often find myself stumbling forward. So that's maybe because you're applying pressure with your mass. So Dana, Bryson's coach, says that you don't want to transfer your mass over. You want to just have a little pressure shift, like horizontally and vertically with your like hip and a little bit for your lead leg. If you're like going like this, that's usually causes people to stumble. Matthew, I would probably say 70-90% of my misses are right. I'm also 6'4", so I'm not sure if my clubs are too short. My divot pattern also used to be very toe heavy until I learned to hit a draw. I would say probably 70-90% are right. I'm also 6'4". Makes me wonder if my lie angle is not right for my structure. I mean, man, you're 6'4". I get. I would say check your clubs first. Like, let's. My coaches always say, let's like figure out the low hanging fruit things that you could fix before changing a crazy thing like a swing. So check your clubs first, and then if you're still having it, let's see what happens. But it's hard to say without seeing your swing specifically. But my best friend's 6'4", and when he was using my clubs, it was not great. David, yeah, man, dude. I appreciate it. I appreciate you mentioning that, man. It's been a wild ride, and like I said, I think I'm a person who's very minimalistic. I get the cheapest car, cheapest apartment. I don't really care about a lot of material possessions, and so when I ever have those experiences, I always try to think like, how can I give back to you guys as much? Like, I think my first paycheck ever, I gave all of it back to a subscriber, and I was like, yeah, the Estonia thing was awesome, but I was like, man, how can I was supposed to go on vacation in Estonia, to be honest. And then I was like, I feel like it would be so much value if people could like hear Richard talk. So I was like, oh man, I'm gonna hire. I lost a lot of money, guys. This is a a secret, but on that Estonia video that went live, I lost a lot of money on it because I had to like hire a crew, and I knew I was gonna lose money on it. But I was like, how? But I think it would be super valuable for you guys to watch Richard here, but getting the crew out to Estonia and finding the right camera crew and all the things, the logistics for that episode, I was like, I'm losing a lot of money here, but if they get value, like I don't really care. So I just that's a little thing, a little thing that I want to share. Kanwar, in the transition, should I initiate? Should I initiate the downswing by shifting and rotating my hips first, or by rotating my chest? Should I initiate my downswing by shifting and rotating my hips first, or by rotating my? You shouldn't really do too much with your chest. So I'm just gonna. I mean, this is the transition, Kanwar. So I'm gonna go here. Maybe you can lower this a little bit. It's just here, and then it's a little bit pressure, a little pressure. I didn't like move my chest or anything. It's just this is like a tiny shift here. Like I go here, and then you kind of go through the downswing. So hopefully that helps. I don't move my chest at all. Really, everything kind of naturally like coils together. But yeah, David. Premium is like oh man, yeah. I mean, if you're grinding, man, premium and VIP, I would say is the best. Um, Well, I'm getting to the gym and range at least 4 times a week. Yeah, dude, 4 times a week is a massive amount, dude. That's you're like grinding, which is like amazing. Premium is like okay, so I mean, just to kind of give you a little breakdown again, premium is like you get access to the live mentorship calls, and you also get access to the 6 months curriculum that I did, plus all everything from standard. And like the also there's a another I forgot this too. I just forget all the value. One thing is so I'm like I think I mentioned this to you last night. Like there are thousands and thousands of hours of footage of all my lessons, and a big thing in premium as well and VIP is I am handpicking and going through these hours. Like I'm spending nights. Like I did an all nighter like 3 times in a row, going through all the footage to find the exact moments in time that's the most impactful, which is like thousands of hours of footage. And I was like, oh my god! And so there's a library included called Top Insights from the World's Best Golf Coaches. So that's included. The live mentorship calls that you get access to is included. All those recorded, and then the 6 month thing is included in the premium. Standard only has month one, so that's premium. VIP is like I feel like you might even fall into VIP because you're grinding 4 times a week is the majority of the week. That's like pretty intense. But VIP is everything in premium, but you have access to me like prioritize. So like I grind 7 days a week. And so yeah, you have priority messaging 7 days a week. So if you need to hit me up on a Saturday, you get that. And then you have the most important thing is monthly one-on-one calls. So those ones are really key. The people on VIP that they've utilized it for, you can utilize it for anything you want. But the 3 areas that I believe I have specialties in is content creation, golf, and business and tech. And so you could use that monthly 1 hour call to talk to me about your specific game. And so for that, we would literally like be on this and we could diagnose and deep dive on anything you need, whether it's like swing mechanics, like you need to analyze like a course, anything you need. It's just one-on-one, like that. And then people like ask me questions on how they can improve golf content, if that's a thing for you. And some people like ask me about how to up level their career in certain things because that was a huge part of my life. And my mentors in like the business engineering space were top tier CEOs, and then my mentors in the content space are top YouTubers and like Mr. Beast is ex consultant. And so just depends on what you want. But anyways, hopefully that answered your question, David. But I would say if you're grinding in the gym and range 4 times a week, yeah, that's something else, man. Yeah, VIP didn't change. The price for VIP right now didn't change. So definitely check that out. And but you could also message me as well in the thing. But yeah, I think the VIP price is still the same. I believe I could check that. Yeah, VIP is still the same if you want to do that. And right now, annual is like 20% off for all the tiers. So yeah, definitely check that out. Whatever you think fits you. Like, there's no pressure here. That's why these are soft launches, because I'm not really trying to like super pitch them. But I think just based off what you told me, if you're really grinding 4 days a week, all like people are on VIP grinding 3 days a week, but four is a lot, man. That's a lot. That's half. That's more than half the week. Ian Cox, UK, dude. I just came back from London, which is man, I don't know though. I don't know that I'm thinking about moving internationally for like a year or two. Maybe after my like this is a sneak peek to possibly after scratch. Like if I once I become a scratch golfer, I want to become a +5 handicap, but I also want to do like content around the world more. So like I'm thinking about living internationally in UK or Japan or Spain and the filming there, but UK is definitely high priority maybe. Um Pro Bay 548. I asked that because there was a recent video of you, Chris. You said you feel like you can't rotate because your head is too far forward. Yeah. Um, yeah. So that's what I'm saying. This is what I learned. Basically, when you do a horizontal pressure shift, Pro Bay, horizontal pressure shift like this, my head is like not moving anymore. I realized that this is like something I actually cracked the code on, I think, like a month ago. Basically, it's like here, and then my pressure shift is like this versus it's like more of like a, yeah, something like that. All right, hold on, guys. I need to sneeze. Oh, oh no, the fake sneeze. Oh, this is gonna ruin my day. um, yeah, hopefully that helps, Probate. And yeah, David, I just saw it again. Yeah, just definitely check it out. Like, yeah, the VIP tier didn't change at all. So hopefully you want to just like check out all that stuff. Matt, any thought on varying the day of the weekly call? Selfishly asking because I specifically can't make Mondays at 8 p.m. Eastern. So yeah, a lot of new people. A lot of new people joined the last 2 weeks, and so I'm gonna do a poll. I think next week, but initially it was Monday at. And also, all calls are recorded. And if you have any questions you want me to answer on those calls, I will literally still answer those questions on those calls for you. So you can always watch it recorded, Matt, just as a thing. But yeah, I think every 2 or 3 weeks, based off of the amount of people that join, I kind of re-polled to see. Initially, it was at Monday 9 a.m. PST, but then the majority said they wanted it at 5. So we'll usually just go with the majority, to be honest. But yeah, like everything's recorded, and I answer any questions that need to be requested, and you could also message me, since I think you're Matt. I think you're a VIP, yeah. Yeah, dude, just message me too if you have a question. How long did it take to adjust to leaving the corporate life? How long did it take you to adjust to leaving corporate life? For me, I could never stand the corporate life. Like, I left the corporate life a while ago, because so I went to UC Berkeley, like I said, and then I went to corporate, like big tech. Like, I worked at all the big tech companies in Silicon Valley. That was corporate to me. So it was so slow for me. It was so slow. Um, and then so I went to New York because the environment in New York is insane. But also, like, I only joined startups. So I helped 3 different startups, Series A, Series B, and pre-seed, which were like 10 people, 12, 20 people, 30 people. So super fast paced. And you're like, you either you either make it or you go bankrupt. So I was always that has always been my personality. Like, very, very like high speed, high energy, and like you need to like accomplish something. And so that was like me leaving corporate was when I left SF. I would say startup life wasn't really corporate. And then leaving startup to do golf, I felt like was similar, because you have to figure out how you're going to make it a living, and oh my god, you lose so much money in the beginning because you're taking massive risk. And I have no funding. Like a lot of people, like I get the craziest comment I get is like I was a uh, trust fund baby, or my channel was funded. But yeah, no, like I grew up super broke, and my parents were immigrants. We have five siblings, and we lived in like impoverished neighborhoods, and yeah, everything was self funded by me. I just grinded like before golf, I grinded like three jobs at a time, and like I saved everything, and I never spent on. I lived like very well. I always live well below my means, and so when I did this thing, I was like, oh, this is something I love. I'm going to put everything into it, and so um, yeah, that was another background story. Ian Cox, 30 years. What does that even? What was that reference to? Thanks, Jerome. I see. When you're stepping your left foot in transition, do you feel like your hands stay up then gets pulled down by body? Yeah, that's a good feel actually. Yeah. For some people, I don't. That was like initial thing. I think like once you start feeling something like that over time, it just feels a little bit more natural. Now I don't really feel like my hands stay up there, but they are on camera. So, but like you can just go to feel a stretch, right? You go, see, I'm like up here, and it's a little pressure shift here. This will naturally fall. I'm not even doing it to my arms, right? These are naturally falling. If you do more, this is exaggerated. And this is literally what's happening in the golf swing. And so, yeah, hopefully that helps, man. I would love to see your swing, brother. Especially if you're implementing a lot of the my swing tips and swing mechanics that we're getting from my main coaches, like it would be so easy to coach you. And yeah, the whole thing about the private community is that you could ask any question ever that you watch in my videos too. So like, yeah, like I feel like I try to read every comment, try to respond to as many as comments, but there's like thousands of I think there's like close to 10,000 comments on one of the videos with Chris. And so I just can't do it, like that's impossible. I don't have the time. So like the private community, if you ever have questions like these, like I literally will answer right away, because it's like I try to keep it so close knit so that I can manage it, given my schedule and my training and everything. So Prob A 5480, I'm talking to you, brother, especially since you have a very similar trajectory, it seems like, with your swing. If you are interested in getting like personal coaching from me, that aligns with like what you're working on right now, the link in the clubhouse is tagged below, man. I would love to see you in there. MJ, awesome, brother. Anyone else? Like, I think there's 20 people now in the chat, dude. I love it, man. We're always like consistently in this 20, 30. This is like the sweet zone. I love it. Anyone else like struggling with their game right now? Is anyone here like actually looking for, someone to personalize their coaching and like provide very specific, like practice plan, like a crystal clear practice plan. Or not a practice plan, just a plan in general to help you guys with your games, so that you don't have to spend hundreds of hours on YouTube or Instagram or anything. Is that something anyone here is specifically looking for? Because yeah, like I would love to help any way I can. What does a typical week look like in a 6-month plan? New to golf and learn a lot from your videos. A typical week looks like, okay, so this is the one thing. The 6-month plan is not a deadline. This is a roadmap, because everyone has, first of all, different games, swings, bodies, and schedules, most importantly. So the 6-month plan details like things that I would do as a roadmap, but it's not a follow this 6-month plan and I'll never talk to you again. These are the things that are the most important things to do, practice, and the highest probability of success from my perspective as an adult learning this game. But we talk interactively, and you're like, hey, Jerome, like, oh, this is amazing, but I only have 2 hours a week. Like, what do I do? And I'm like, okay, this is how we should prioritize this 6-month plan for you. Okay, and then like this lady in Australia was like, okay, like I can't do this specific thing that you're telling me, and I only have 10 hours in the week. Like, okay, okay, there is an adjustment thing for this swing for your body type, and this is how I would break down your practice. So, to answer your question about that, BT, um, also congrats for being new to golf. It's you're in an amazing spot. It's very curated to you, but it's all the essentials distilled from $100,000 worth of resources. I kid you not. I think that course alone will cost. I always say $100,000 to kind of like level it. I think it's probably going to cost over $250,000 when it's done. Um, but yeah, that's kind of what it is in regards to how it could look for you. It really depends on your time, your game, your progress, and everything like that. And I help you figure what those plans look like. Why don't you use a 4-iron? I should possibly. Will wants me to buy one. I just be honest. I just haven't bought one. um, Seems to help with ball contact, but it feels like it takes all athleticism out of swing. What are your go-to drills for ball contact? What is one drill that you do every time pre-round of practice? Stack and tilt. Yeah, I mean, there's elements of stack and tilt in like the ground pressure thing. I don't. I think it depends on your body type. Again, like this is going to be. It may sound like a broken record, David, but I think there are techniques that are good for certain body types, certain athleticism, and like different people can get different things. Like it's hard to tell somebody that's 75 years old to use ground force like me or you or anybody. And so I think it depends, especially for stack and tilt. For me, for drills for ball contact, I always do 3 things. Okay, guys, this is actually really important for everyone listen who has problems with contact, which is the number one thing that's the most important in golf. I don't care what anyone says. If your grip's horrible, your backswing's horrible, the only thing that really matters first and foremost is you get good contact. All right. Okay. There are 3 things that I would love for you guys to do. This is free 99. So basically for contact drills, I do 3 drills, I would say. One is all my pressure left. I always do this drill. I do this for chipping too. You should do this for chipping. By the way, if you improve your chipping, guys, it will help with your full swing. So don't think you're wasting time chipping. It'll help with your full swing. So this is just lead leg. All my pressure right now is my left foot. And then I just have like my right foot back. And then I just hit like chips here, kind of rotating around the hip joint. This will allow you to feel what it is on your lead side and like hitting the ball first in turf. That's one. The second is, this is the one that's good around like feeling what compression could feel like and what the impact zone is. So say you can't see my feet right now. Say the ball is in the center where this club is. Yeah. You just move this to this right of your foot. And then I need you to put pressure into this handle that it's digging the earth. When you do that, the only way this could get to the ball is your hips rotating to get it there. This puts you in a perfect impact position. From there, that is like one drill just to feel what like compression feels like. You should feel like the force is going down and left. Like this is what like impact position is. Like boom, right there. And then you could just get this following through. So it's like boom, boom. These are like things you do like very slow speed. The third drill, when you're in that impact position, this is called the reverse impact drill. From here, you just go back to your backswing and then try to get back to that impact position, utilizing like your body. Boom, boom. And then eventually over time, you will ingrain this. This will not take a day to ingrain. This will not take a week. You do this all the time. Eventually your body will be like, oh, that is what impact feels like. Now you just reverse engineer to the top. Boom, and you'll get a good impact. So hopefully that helps. I think one little thing, caveat to like newer golfers, and I had this too because I was stressed. I'm like, oh my God, I did it for 2 weeks and I still don't get it. I'm like, dude, golf is a long game, man. And the thing about my 6-month course is like, even when you get to month 3, we're still working on month 1 stuff. So it's like, you build the foundation. month two is like build a foundation, but even go deeper dive with like, and then maybe adding one or two things. And then you're still building the foundation from each level. I think what people do is like, oh, dude, and this is a mantra of mine in the community is like, you should not be doing things until you get it right. You should be doing them until you can't get it wrong. And so that's like a huge thing that I think all my members hear me say all the time. Because everyone, like, they grind balls, scrape, 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 scrape. They finally hit a good drive. It's like, oh, I'm good. I hit it straight. Like, that's good. And they go to the course like, oh, dude, why doesn't my range and my course like match up? I'm like, maybe because you hit 100 balls to hit it right once, and then you thought that was good enough. And so you need to have your mental like switch. Once you hit that one good one, you're like, okay, now I need to hit 100 more balls like that. And so, yeah, so these impact drills, you might like, you're like, oh my God, this doesn't make sense. Like you need to get past that. You're like, okay, I know golf is hard. I know this is going to take time. But I need to keep going to these core fundamentals rather than bouncing from swing tip to swing tip because it's an easy fix. Like the majority of golfers get stuck because they swing the golf club initially, you to what's their comfort. And then they learn something new that's foreign to their body. And maybe it works a little bit and then it starts failing. So then what they do is, this is like 99% of golfers, they revert back to the original feels because that was comfortable to them, which is human nature. Or they look for a swing tip to patch fix this thing. And then that works for 3 days. And then they're like, dude, I figured it out. Like, who do you guys know? It's like, I figured it out. And then they revert back and lose everything again. And then they go back in the cycle. And so my whole strategy and my coaches, that's why I've maybe watched one swing tip ever besides like my own content. Because all we care about is like, I know golf is hard, but we're building a skyscraper. If we're building a skyscraper, you need a really big foundation. And I get a lot of a heckle around this, like, oh man, I broke 90 faster than you're 80 faster. And it's like, I'm not trying to like break things faster than people. I'm trying to just get to scratch. And so it takes longer to build that foundation, but over time you'll eventually surpass everyone who started building that skyscraper with planks versus like a solid foundation. So that was a little aside. I don't even remember the question, but anyways, that was a little thing. Meg, what's up? What's your key for consistently shooting the 70s? Know what your ball is doing, know your miss, and then have a good course management strategy around that, and then become a god at three putting, lag putting. Don't be a god at three putting, be a god at lag putting. And then obviously a repeatable golf swing, but that's kind of like the key. When you're on the course and your ball is laying on the fairway, you're about 90 yards from the flag. How do you prepare your mind before making that swing? That's a very specific thing. This is what you're doing. I would say you have to approach it like every other shot that you've done. Have the same pre-shot, post-shot routine that you've been doing all around. You have to assess the lie, obviously. So you know what shot you want to hit, and then you gotta in your pre-shot routine, you need to figure out where you want to aim based off of your miss. And then you kind of just execute the shot. So that's like I said, my pre-shot routine is basically this. I go to the ball, I kind of assess the lie, I assess where things are, and I make it like a mini strategy that takes me like 10 seconds. I'm like, okay, my miss right now is a snap hook. I don't know, just making this up. Snap hook. I can't miss. So I'm going to aim a little more right because it's high probability. My best shot is going to land here. My worst shot is going to be right here. So it's like my dispersion is going to be that, and I can see it. I'm like, okay, best case scenario, I'm on the green. Worst case scenario, I'm at the edge of the left green, whatever. And then I do my, I kind of just do something with my grip. This is a little tiny thing. Like I look around and then I visualize everything that I need to do from here, there. I'm like, okay, this is my baby draw and it's going to land exactly at that spot. Okay. I'm going to feel what that feels like. I'm going to see what that feels like. And then I step behind the ball. I look where I would aim the club, and then I look where I'm going to aim my feet. And then I take a practice swing to feel exactly what I'm going to try to feel my swing. This is where your swing thoughts basically kind of go away now, more or less, because you're basically just trying to have a swing feel right before. You're like, okay, that feels like a draw. That feels like 100. That feels like 90 yards. Okay. Then I go to the ball, no thinking. I do that exact feel. And if it messes up, then you're like, post shot routine. Dang, why did it mess up? You try to be objective. You're like, okay, I know because I like rotated my arms a little more or whatever. Or if you hit a good shot, you're like, man, I'm really good at golf. Like that was like you need to like self talk like positive. I was like the worst self talk person until I met my coaches, and I'm gonna go to Florida actually to train with the number one mental coach. Which I'm going to drop all the resources in the school community. Hopefully, you guys, if you guys are interested in any of that stuff and all the stuff that I'm talking about, I drop all this stuff and all the things behind the scenes into the new private community. But yeah, that's kind of like my that's how I get prepared for those shots, man. Any questions on that? Is good. Yeah, dude, that's so I think that's if my whole thing is like you just need a good pre-shot, post-shot, and consistent one. It could be Chris's, it could be a different one. Just you just need to be consistent. And I utilize that one right now, but I think it'll probably change a little bit depending on what I learn from this new mental coach. And I like this has kind of been like my own game. My game has been like a combination of pretty much all the coaches, and I've taken little bits and created my own game. And kind of like as an engineer, my whole thing was about optimization. And so with this new private community, I was like, how do I just take all the best parts and look through it from an adult amateur's perspective? And what is the highest probability of success for adult amateurs? Because there are things that Chris teaches is amazing, but sometimes I'm like, okay, that would apply to like a person who's like a PGA Tour player. Dana has some really good tips around technical pieces. Um, that I've taken. I'm like, okay, that could be used. And I'm like, Mike has some good stuff about fundamentals, and Will has really good stuff about course management. And then I constructed this whole thing. That I was like, okay, if someone like us, I'm assuming a lot of you guys are adult amateurs, like started golf, like this is all you need to shoot like well. And so if that's something of interest, like hopefully that something that's like I said, that's what I'm building right now in the private community, and would love to see you guys there. It's me, Nine Lines, man. Talking to you specifically, brother. If you all these little things, I love these scenarios that you're giving me, man. Um, I feel like we could help you, especially. But yeah, obviously. My biggest takeaway was ask if you did what you wanted, and if not, why not. My biggest takeaway was ask if you did what you wanted, and if not, is if you did what you wanted, and if not. Yes. Yeah, I think that's exactly. It's kind of like error detection. Like, why did you do this and why not? Um, yeah, that post shot routine is like very crucial. And also, like, I guess an added thing there is like, if you did what you wanted, congratulate yourself, motivate yourself, so that you go into these next shots motivated and you have like this positive reinforcement element. Um, so that it keeps stacking in. That's a huge thing in psychology too. So yeah. Of course, man. It's me, Nine Lions, dude. Like I said, I would love to be able to train with you side by side. I love just to be honest. I just love grinding, dude. That's like my favorite thing in the world. Just whether it's work, golf, or whatever, and doing it with other people that are motivated and asking great questions is like what I love to do. And so I think you get massive value from it. Awesome. Anyone else in the chat? I think I'll be on for another 30 minutes. I want to keep grinding lives, man. I feel like these are so fun talking to you guys and helping as many people as possible. And yeah, I think I'll probably do a live tonight, maybe. But yeah, like the goal is really like to get to help you guys as much as possible. Would love to be able to get the core 100 group into the community and just grind together before it gets hard launched in this new video with Chris. And I'll be here for the next obviously minutes to keep helping people. And if you guys have anything that you need help with, drop in the comments, whether it's driver, irons, thinking about the game. Yeah. Just play the same ball. I like setting up a queen, but I just don't think about it. Right now, I don't really care too much about the ball. Like, there's so many different things that I could fix with my game besides ball. If it gets to the point where I need to change my ball, like that means like I've pretty much fixed the biggest areas of my game that that probably don't need it. I mean, I just use Pro V1Xs because they're standard good balls. But besides that, like I don't put too much emphasis right now on equipment because I think there are bigger things to solve in my own game. And so, I mean, that's what I advise to people. Like, yeah. Anyone new in the chat? Anyone else? Good chatting with you, Jim. Boarding my plane home. I don't think I'll be playing any golf anytime soon in Texas. Yeah, no worries, brother. Have a safe flight. I hope to see you in the private community. Yeah, man, I would love to keep grinding, brother. I just joined. Jordan, what's going on, man? And Fognoir. I just joined. I've started to get into golf. What would you say is one thing I should focus on as I practice and improve? Yeah, I mean, the number one thing is to get really good in contact. Contact is everything, and doing contact drills so that you can build a good foundation and just play decent golf at the beginning. And then from there, just fundamentally building a simple, repeatable golf swing would be my main focuses. Yeah, dude, Jordan, talking to you specifically, if you just joined, like I've been telling everyone, I've been launching this new private community, and beginners are something that I specialize in right now, so that you don't waste years learning bad habits. So it's the link tag below, but would love to help you out as much as I can, and would love to see your swing. Would love to know your game. Would love to provide daily coaching, and I think it'd be massive value. But if not, the generalized advice would be work on contact and work toward building a repeatable golf swing. Did you struggle with long irons? What was the tip that got you past that? Did I struggle? I think I struggled with long irons and driver just as I progressed, and then now it's fine. But I think the biggest thing is just just building a repeatable golf swing that's simple. And then once I was able to do that, it kind of just translated to everything else. And so that's what I teach. Like, I just have a very simple backswing. And so when I have a simple backswing, everything on the downswing seems a little easier. And so, yeah. Yeah, Jordan, man, looking forward to it, man. Like I said, we grind. If you're looking to grind and like actually improving your game, man, I think it's really special in what I'm building there. It's basically, if I had to start all over again as a beginner and start shooting in the 70s in 6 months, how I would do it. And also the access to all the top coaches in the world. So that's another thing. And the top players. I'm actually just bringing some tour players. So. Fognoir did, yeah, I don't know if that helped, but that's kind of like generalized too. I would love to see, again, all these things I would love to kind of see your swing and then help from there. Anyone new in the chat that needs help in anything, driver, irons, putting, chipping, course management, mental, drop it in the chat. If you're struggling with, if you're lost in anything, if you are frustrated in golf, drop emoji. Would you start with woods or hybrids? I think hybrids. 4-hybrid is pretty easy to hit. Yeah. I would start. Yeah, I mean, I would just start with shorter clubs, to be honest, Jordan. And then for me, my go-to, like if I need to hit a good shot, I just hit my 4-hybrid. Like my woods that are longer, like it's kind of like, yeah, the longer the club is usually the harder to hit. So David, swing thoughts. Do you have any general advice or a swing thought you have? I get over the ball and then start over thinking about my hands and feet and not over swinging. I think swing thoughts kind of go away once, not go away. So I have two swing thoughts in my head all the time. And I think keeping it to two and under is good. People say no swing thoughts, like best in the world. Some people have swing thoughts. Some people have like a lot of swing thoughts. So the only thing that matters really is like you do the same thing all the time. So it's like if you think about your hands and feet, not over swinging, and it helps, then that's what you should think about. If you need to simplify it, then we'll figure out a way to simplify it. But a lot of it usually is like, do you practice enough to make sure that it's like um, not a thing you have to worry too much about? For me, for example, when I change something big, I have like five swing thoughts. But then I go to the range and I grind really hard so that five becomes four, four becomes three, and then it molds together. And then eventually becomes two. And then right now, I just think like wide and stretched out on the backswing, and then I uh, feel the horizontal pressure shift because usually I do too much vertical, and then because it's like I said, it's very specific to me. So it's like I wouldn't say like people should even have same swing thoughts, but yeah, I have that feel, and then once I feel those two triggers, I know I'm going to start swinging well. So that's my thing. Pew Pew guy, I can't speak highly enough of the scoring method video. It has changed my approach to mentality. That's awesome, brother. Yeah, that's one of the things that I teach in the scoring method, along with all the technical things of the swing, making it repeatable. If you found Pew Pew, I'm talking to you specifically. If you found that very useful and you are looking to continually improve your game, like those are the same fundamentals and foundations that I teach in my new private community, and we're trying to hone in to getting the first 100 in there. So if that's something of interest, I would love you to check it out and see if you become one of the OGs, OG of the community. Stuart Wallace tuning in from Denmark, dude. I love it, man. I think I've been to Denmark once. It's an amazing, amazing place. Aesthetically pleasing, and yeah, I don't know. How's the golf over there, Stuart? I just have watched the video with Richard from Astoria. I played with a guy like that where every shot, whether it's pressure sensitive. Yeah, man. Dude, Richard hits the ball a mile and a half. It was disgusting. I almost lost my hearing being that close. Stuart, anything you're struggling with on your game? Anything you need help with? Dan, yo, Fontaine, what's going on? I think I saw you yesterday. Hey, for course management, do you generally look at carry distance? I tend to overshoot the green with irons. Been trying to go for the front of the green instead. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you should know your carry distances for sure. And then just depending on how you're trying to play it, I guess is like usually what I do. Yesterday, for example, I was like just practicing on a few holes, and I played on a par three. And there's two routes. I was like, I could do a full swing with my 7-iron because my carry would get there and it would roll a little bit, or there's a lot of space in the front green, so I just took a 6-iron, did 10 o'clock shot, and then I carried it, but it rolled more. So I went with that strategy. So it really depends on the shot you're trying to hit, but carry distances you should know relatively well so that you can plan accordingly for sure. Let me know if that makes sense, Dan. Man, 2.5 hours in. Ooh, we are grinding today. Hopefully, it helps some of you. My voice is shot going live every day for these long durations. Of the 19 members here, of the 19 people here, What's what's the game like right now? Give a at a 1 out of 10. Drop the number of the 21 people that is in this chat right now. 1 out of 10. How is the game feeling? Where are you guys at? One, obviously, the worst. You're like, I hate my life. 10's like, man, dude, I'm striping everything. 5 is like, I'm okay, but I feel like I could do better. Dude, pew pew, dude, awesome, man. Breaking 85 is a great one. Yeah, I mean, if you want to check it out, dude, this is exactly like what we try to aim for our members. Someone just broke 80 like a couple days ago. Someone just broke 90. Someone just shot a 71. Someone just shot a 77. And so that dude, a massive amount of wins. And I would love to help you grind. Pew 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 pew. My guy, 1776. 8.576. So an 83, and then I could blow it up with a 100. If you're shooting 83, David, I think we could just do some course management strategies, some mental strategies, and just fine tune some swing things. And we'll get you like at least consistently around the 90s or low 90s. And then really dive deep to like how you got that 83. And then 83 should be consistent. And then we'll kind of keep going from there. Missy Skies 5. If I could go, well, Missy, why do you think it's a 5? Like, what's the biggest problem? Like, if I had a magic wand, Missy, what could I do to solve that 5 to go to a 7 in a month? What would you want? Devin Golf, if I could go to a coach right now, I would say, help me get more confident off the tee. Right now, I would say, help me get more confident off the tee. Devin, I would love to help you do that. The driver, I would say, is my superpower. So I think I've also worked on driver more than anything in my life, which is probably unadvisable, but I feel like I have the most confidence right now. So yeah, I mean, if you're interested in the coaching stuff there, man, that's kind of what I help with in the school community. I think there's like things we could do with your like setup, visualization, and then also just like the mechanics part in order to have it feel more like your irons. Yeah. Jordan, okay. I mean, you've only been playing for golf 2 months, so it's not too bad. But yeah, man, if it's a 4 or 5, like, would love to know what I could do. And like I said, I'll always be available in that private community, man. Like I said, Jordan, dude, I feel like you're such at a great spot that you should not um, go down the rabbit hole of swing tips and everything because it seems like you're knowledgeable. Seems like you're a little bit driven, but yeah, you don't want to ruin this like core moment you have, which is like being early on. Cartesial, yeah, 7-day trial is gone now. That's kind of what I was mentioning, but also, yeah, I mentioned last night, 7-day trial is gone, but the prices right now will stay the same until the new launch is happening or whatever happens first. It's either the video launch or the first 100 members. And then the prices will go up and then will be like a new price once the hard launch happens. But 7-day trial right now is gone. But still, like I said, I truly believe you'll get a massive amount of value from the community. But yeah, hope to see you inside, man. Cartesial. Saw you yesterday. Daniel Fontaine, I'm trying to break 80 for the first time. Dude, breaking 80, man, is once you do that, you're like, wow, man, I think I can play really good golf. Some people just broke 80. So this guy Tao was playing, he broke 80 in the clubhouse, the private community I had, and he shot a 71. I think the big thing that helped him was we tweaked his driver a little bit. And the funny thing is he has a coach. So a lot of people have a misconception that if you have a coach in person, the clubhouse is not like, I think we provide real good compliments for, especially when people have coaches. Yeah, so because he was working on some new feels for his driver, we helped him with. And then we changed his putting strategy and his putting practice. that got him dialed, and then he broke 80 and he shot a 71 to do it, which was amazing. That was a huge win. That was like a couple of days ago. Hopefully, Dan, we can do that for you. Rondo, my man. Do you use blades or game proven irons? I would say mine's in between. Um, yeah, and I know I don't change my clubs. I need to just get everything to work on the same day. Some days driver long, sometimes vice versa. Missy Skies, Missy. I'm gonna talk to you directly. I feel like some days driver long is great and short game kills me. I think vice versa. So that I think if it's like that consistently, it might be like a technique problem, and um, and then possibly a mental problem. So a combination of those two things. But if your game is at a 4 or 5, Missy, and you need some guidance around that, I would love to like see your swing. I would love to see your chipping. I would love to see how you kind of approach the game a little bit. Um, and yeah, if you have any interest in that, like there are a few people who's kind of in the sporadic nature as you. And if you hate the swing tips that you keep getting online, and you are frustrated with the game in the last couple of weeks to months, I would love to see you in the community. I would love to see you in the private community. It's tagged below the clubhouse. I feel like we could dial you in a lot. So just a nod. Natick photo. I was playing the best golf I've ever played, shooting an 87 2 times in a row, but then I went to a coach and changed my swing. So I'll push you back in the 90s again. I don't think that's a bad thing. Like, if you know that you're going to make a change that's going to hurt you for the short term, but good for the long term, uh, yeah, dude, then I think that's fine. But just if it's getting if it's in the high 90s for a very long time, then I would question the coach and I question the methodology. But I had to take a step back to go 3 steps forward. I was like I shot 75, and then I decided to change my backswing for 6 months. Purely like I personally wanted to change everything, and then I started shooting in the high 80s. I shot an 89, but I knew it was going to be good for the long term, and then now it's good for the long term. So now I'm like shooting back in the 70s, and I think my ceiling's higher. So, Natick, if that's something that you feel like is happening, trust the process, and then if not, leave that coach and do something else for sure. And if you need help, I'll be here. How long are the monthly one-on-one calls for VIP? It's just a standard hour, and then to optimize that, Matt, like so that we get every bit of minutes, I would we would talk before, obviously, and then just preempt me of like this is what I want to talk about. These are the things, so that I'm fully prepared for everything that you need. I don't want to waste any minute of your time. So I want to be super prepared for those calls all the time. So yeah, it's an hour, but it's like hyper prioritized on my docket, and yeah, whatever you need, whether it's the business side, content side, golf side. Those are usually my specialties. Hopefully that answered your question. Devin, 5 wood needs to be in the center of your stance. 5 wood's a little forward of my stance. My 7 iron and 8 irons usually center my stance. So 5 wood is a little bit closer to my lead foot. I should Dan the man. The lowest I shot was 85 or 83. Can't remember. Okay, cool. I don't know why I'm saying everything verbatim, but those are still pretty good scores, man. But yeah, like I said, just let me know if you would be like I said. I love to grind with people, especially trying to break 80 is amazing. Like, dude, yeah, I think you're almost there, and it seems like we could maybe do some course management stuff to at least get that consistently at that first mid 80s, and then we'll break 80 together. But I feel like I have no idea how to play golf. Actually, I don't know how or what to do. I mean, if you're shooting the 70s, it seems like you know a little bit. But yeah, if you need a little bit more assistance in regards to course management, being consistent, mental, all those other things that's beside the swing, and even the swing. I think that's something that I think I saw you. Yeah, you were here last night, and so yeah, man. Like if you need help with all that stuff, that's what I bring. That's what the live mentorship calls with the best coaches brings. Like, yeah, That's all I can kind of say. It seems like you're at a good spot right now. Shooting in the 70s. It just needs maybe you just need a little guidance. How about get the Peter 7798? Yo, what's up, man? I bought blades to learn how to play. I told myself if I can play those irons, I play any. It was not easy to start with, but I think it was a good decision. Yeah, I mean that's a hot take. I think some pros don't even use blades, but yeah, it's kind of like putting yourself in fire to see if like through the fire, see if you could get through it. But I don't know, man. I tried that for a bit. I was like, I don't want to play golf, but yeah, it really depends on I guess your learning style. Nice, that's awesome, dude. Yeah, dude, I don't think I could play blades right now. But like I said, it's whatever your preference is, man. It's like I said, there's like some tour players don't even use blades, but a lot of people do. So whatever works for your game is that all that matters. Guys, I have 8 minutes left, so I want to help as many people as you can, or answer any question about the school community. That's like the number one priority on my list, and like helping people and getting you guys personalized support. Um, I mean, I've only been playing golf for 3 years, so I don't know how old until. I mean, I would just get it until uh, the shots that you want to hit aren't being hit because of equipment, and I would ask an equipment expert in regards to like, is my swing has my swing adapted or changed that it needs a new custom fit, or is the quality of my material so bad that it's causing inconsistent strikes without like causing my swing? So that's more of like a. I don't think it's the age. I think it's more of like wear and tear plus your your swing, and also if you just want an upgrade in technology. Nice, yeah, man. Just keep playing with him and see how it goes. But yeah, if you think your swing is dialed and want to get an upgrade, definitely check those out. All right, got 7 minutes. 19 of you, dude, sticking around. I love it. Um, the Panda Mike, what's going on, brother? I've only been playing golf 19 months and I have a terrible 20, but love this game so much. Dude, this is actually hilarious. So Panda Mike, first of all, I appreciate you like loving the content. Um, the funny thing is the private community I just created, somebody literally I think just been playing the same amount of time and is the exact same handicap as you. Um, are you Filipino too, dude? You might be, dude, same. You might be the long lost brother of this guy in my private community. But yeah, dude, like we've helped him like dial in so hard. So I don't know if you know anything about this new school community, but that's awesome, man. Now I'm wondering if he's Samoan, but yeah, man, in this new private community, I'm helping people exactly like you dial in your game. I'm bringing the top coaches like Chris, like all the people that accelerate my journey to help you directly. And like, I also created a 6 month curriculum where if I could start golf all over again, how would I do it all over so I could get to the same levels in 6 months? But dude, it sounds like just based off of everything you said, you might be maybe a replica of this dude. And if that's the case, we could help you dial in that handicap much lower, man. And since you love this game, you would be in great company, man. You'd grind with me every day. We got Filipinos got to stick together. But yeah, if you're interested, brother, the clubhouse link is tagged below, man. I have like 5 minutes left on this call, but you may have came at a perfect spot time. Um, That dude, awesome, man. Yeah, let me know if you have any questions. Like, I hopefully I'll do these lives more, but yeah, dude, you'd be perfect. You like, yeah, I think like three other Filipinos there, and they're just like we're all vibing too. It's a great time. But yeah, one last thing, Panda. Like, all the prices are at its lowest ever for the next 24, maybe 48 hours. Because once my new YouTube video comes out, we're doing a hard launch, and then the prices will increase. But right now, for the first 100 members, um, I'm keeping everything as low as possible, so that it's like a gift to all you guys being on lives with me. So definitely check that out if obviously it's no pressure, but just wanted to kind of give that a heads up if you're thinking of joining. Like the lowest rates of all time will be happening right now. So just a little tiny thing. Cardozo, some years ago, there's a training theory switched from black to white before trackman people teach. Uh, some years ago. Panda Mike, yeah, dude, yeah. Thanks, brother. I hope to see you inside. Hopefully, we're grinding together, man. It's gonna be a good time. And we help people who work a lot too. Like, dude, I grind so much, but like I feel like everyone has different work schedules, so I try to prioritize, personalize the entire experience based off of everything that you need. Cartesial face bends it, path sends it. After trackman data shows it's inverse. Face sends it, path bends it. Path bends it. Your teacher talked about something like that. Actually, that's something that John Ray Leary was talking about recently in our last live mentorship call in the community. Path bends it. I mean, we haven't talked too much, but my perception is that path sends it, face bends it. But I guess it's an inverse now. But yeah, I mean, we're not going into much detail right now because I think Chris actually talks a lot about that as well in the recent video. Um, Maybe 2 videos ago he talks more about like that relationship, but I kind of forget the top of my head. All right, all right, guys. 2 more minutes. Is there anything I could help you guys with? Any questions I could answer about the new community? Anything at all? Anything about your guys' games? Love to help as much as I can. Penny, got any questions? Dude, I mean, I mean, I think based off of your handicap, like, I mean, the guy that I'm just basing it off the guy, but he actually is on VIP. But I don't know, like, I'm never gonna force people to like pick tiers. But I think like if you want the access to at least the coaches and the 6 month plan, um, the premium's like obviously ideal, but VIP is like if you want to grind with me like hard, like that other dude who's like dropping his handicap like crazy. Obviously, the VIP is like what he's on, but the premium is like what the majority of people, the most popular, and the people who want to grind is the people who are usually on VIP. But yeah, dude. But yeah, Pan, I'll be on for another 2 minutes. Like if you have any questions right now. Sheesh, dude. All right. Okay. I see you, brother. I'll see you. Damn. Panda's W's in the chat for Panda, dude. I'll throw a W in there. I'll throw a W. Let's go, dude. Panda Mike, you're gonna be a vibe in the community. I love it, man. You're gonna be an insane vibe. I'm gonna, yeah, dude. Once you get in, like, I have to go train, dude. You should do a I mean, it's in the onboarding steps and everything's super clear. But once you do your like brief bio, I'm gonna link that exact guy I'm talking about. We're gonna go crazy, dude. It's gonna be hilarious. Hey, oh, dude, there's like multiple ones. I don't have a Discord, but in the school community, man, like, I would love to like learn your journey and yeah, man, that's like I'm active in there every single day, so I like talk to everyone there. I'm hopping on these lives when I can, but like I said, the majority of my time and effort is really toward the YouTube channel, training, and like the private new community. So I'll obviously try to hop on lives as much as I can because I love helping everyone. But I would love to like learn your story and honestly help you like apply the all the techniques to your game that I learn from my coaches and um, yeah, dude, get Peters 7798 talking to you directly, man. Would love to kind of yeah, get more acquainted with you. Just if you're interested in that, like I said, the link's in the bio. Um, and yeah, that's kind of where I'm at right now. I don't have a Discord, unfortunately. Any last things from anyone else? I've been eating all day. I need to like I need to figure that out. Panda, you good? Get Peter Cease, you guys good? The 13 people in here, you guys good? 15? Wow, people are coming in hot. Best times for beginners, what year in? With a year in. Ooh, Wyatt's threw a question at me. I mean, just you should get game improvement irons. It doesn't really matter what brand, honestly. Um, yeah, Wyatt, I'm gonna throw an invite to you as well since I just saw you, and I don't want to leave you out, and would love for you to be part of the original OG 100 man in the school community. We also talk about a lot of people actually started talk about fittings too, so that's something of interest. It's in the school community and the private community that's linked. Daniel, I'm good. Thanks, dude. Yeah, dude. Thanks for tuning in again. Hopefully, I've answered some of your questions. Um, and yeah, I'm gonna probably hop on live as much as I can to help out. Uh, dude, F yeah, Wyatt, love it, man. Thanks for supporting. Hopefully, it keeps helping out. All right, guys. Final notes. I'm giving 30 more seconds, and then it'll be a goodbye for now. Maybe I hop on later tonight. Who knows? We'll see. Artesial, man, you would be a perfect fit, man. You're throwing some great nuggets, man. You would not only I think benefit, but also I think you'd be a great contributor to to the community. Um, we also looking for vibes, and it seems like you you have some good vibes, just like Panda Mike.